Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe where we're playing Phi Apophasis in GURPS 4th edition. I always try and call it the wrong game. I'm Luke the GM and we've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Violet, questionable spy and mentalist.
Mentalist. We've got Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play Freedom Star, and I'm gonna punch some shit today.
Put some you put slurry intro today. We've got James.
Hey, I am James. I play Sigrid Zapatierka.
Enough said. We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Everett, and I play Piotr, Nirvana's Last Surf.
Possibly. We've got CD.
Hey, I'm CD. I play Elton. I might run away.
Just see ya. Fuck this. Nah. Japan sounds nicer right now. And we've got Colin.
I am Colin. I play Nick Tractor, a sleazebag, and a horrible demon that the sleazebag turns into.
Yeah, he does. Alright, previously, you got up to some shit. So, the main big boy, or one of the main big boy metahumans on Nirvana, that's US military, has been killed by Piotr and Elton. Piotr nearly got killed. What we were focusing on last week was an underwater trip to a secret dimension traveling underwater base. You spent a lot of time on a submarine going there, a lot of time on a submarine coming back. Turned out it had been taken over by demons, maybe, and a big mind mass, maybe. Violet recovered a lot of data. She's taken that with her. I want to say only a couple of hours after you get back. Maybe 3 or 4 hours after you get back at most, if you're lucky.
Everyone's starting to think, all right, maybe it was just gonna stay down there.
Yeah, that sort of deal. Is
I did
when
manage to send out a maybe kaiju almost immediately after we got back. Email.
yeah, who did you send that
I
email
sent that
to?
to South America and the northern Africa, like continents. I can't remember what their names are. In this
I think she got numbers for the embassies.
Yeah, and it were pretty much you emailed them to the embassies were about the best you could manage.
Yeah, but with a picture of actually me holding a piece of paper, going like maybe kaiju with a worried expression on my face.
Yeah,
We'll see how long it takes them to process it.
yeah, that's cool. I'm good with that. So most of you are probably asleep when the warning comes through. Uh,
I am not, because I specifically slept on the submarine.
Piotr would be more willing to take night shifts. I'm not sure how screwed up or wounded I am right now if I could take a shift or
I
do
think
anything but not die.
I think
Violet is totally sleeping.
you're still pretty wounded. You've been brought back up to full HP by Sigrid. It would have taken her a good while though.
Okay.
Just lingering cinematic damage.
Yeah, you used a lot of blood, so yeah, kind of lingering cinematic damage for now.
It's not even so much that it's a damage, it's just that
You were at
there's
1
not a
HP.
lot left.
Oh, the fur.
Ooh, fresh pink baby skin. Fresh
Alarms.
pink baby insides. Itchy, itchy insides.
So yes, I will be sitting down watching cartoons or something, smoking.
Well, your cartoons get interrupted pretty violently by the warning tone, the doot, and then warning, and it repeats in Japanese, whatever Japanese for warning is, and then again in Chinese, and then a message comes up on the screen saying to evacuate immediately. all locations. I've got this written down. An immediate evacuation order is in effect for the whole island of Nirvana. Seek shelter immediately at D-level blocks or lower. Cooperate with all military personnel and do not return above ground until the order has been lifted. This is not a test of the emergency system. This message will repeat.
I stand up, do that thing where you stick both your fingers in your mouth, and do the loudest whistle in the world.
What's going on?
I don't think Nick wakes up.
TV
I'll do it
messages
like
currently repeating in Japanese.
I'll do it.
Sigrid
again
comes
until
out of the
everyone's
bedroom. So Sigrid comes out of the bedroom almost a little too fast. And she's actually probably like kind of gray and sweating.
That's interesting.
And
All right, bitches. One of two things is happening: either nuclear strike or kaiju attack.
I'm not
¿Por qué
paid
no
enough
los
for
dos?
either.
Someone asks.
Sorry, what? Luke?
I
¿Por
said,
qué no los dos?
She looks blankly.
Why not both?
you are an American
And
and
if
you
it's
don't
both,
speak
I'm
Spanish.
definitely not paid enough.
We took over that country.
You're English and you don't speak French?
Je suis. So, D-level blocks or lower. The island is separated into various vertical levels of depth. That is a weird sentence. D-level are generally at least 100 meters underground. The deepest blocks are currently H level, and they're like about 500 meters underground.
Alright. My money's on kaiju. I'm gonna punch it. See you guys.
No, stop. We need to make plan. If kaiju coming, we need to evacuate city. We need to get people to safety.
All websites are redirecting to the warning. Internet's been choked.
Can you get in touch with other cells? We need to organize in getting people down to the blocks.
We can reach out, but you know it's Doomsday Protocol, boss, if we do that.
Kaiju might be Doomsday. Just saying.
Yeah, I agree with. It doesn't matter what happened after. Right now, we need to save as many people as we can.
You guys hearing this?
All this is telling me is that I need to get out of here.
Is this mental link?
No, this is Violet showing up. upon
Violet arriving.
Character
Begin-
arrives last,
Violet.
limping in.
arriving. We're
Sigrid?
thinking kaiju, right?
Yeah. Sigrid looks over at Elton. And she looks at him very strongly and she says, if you want to go, you are free to leave, but if I ever see you again, you don't want to know what happened next.
Literally, I'm paid to fight things. If you want me to help, you gotta pay more for me to fight kaijus.
Here's $1. Come on, let's punch this thing. Other Sigrid, you're not as sucky as this prime Sigrid. Let's go punch a thing.
Let's upgrade you from Sigrid 2 to Sigrid 1.
Isn't Sigrid 2 on ice?
Sigrid 2, what have you done with Sigrid 2? Yeah, where is she right now?
I'm pretty sure we wound
We're
up
on
putting
ice
her on
now.
ice because the
It's
both of
dangerous
us.
to have both.
I
Yeah.
think we were talking about that, but then your mom got mad.
Yeah.
No, Mom got mad because we were talking about killing her. Like, and then we started talking about, how Sigrid doesn't want to do that.
Why are my macros?
I don't
not
remember
working
putting her on
Roll20?
ice. I
There we
remember
go.
talking about it, but I don't actually remember doing it. But you might be remembering more than I did.
Which,
I mean,
which roll showed up for you guys? The 8.
Neither.
No rolls have
Yeah,
shown
I
up
did
for
not
you
get any
guys.
roll.
I got
Correct.
nothing.
13.
13.
Okay, thank you. Just because Roll20 would be in a bit of a dick to me for a second there. Sorry. So, other Sigrid, I think there were talk of it, but nothing concrete actually happened. She's either in the power dampening cell right now, or she's loose. Maybe we a sticker on her forehead.
Sharpie that says 2.
Yeah, Sharpie on her forehead. It says 2 and 1 on yours, Sigrid.
I think it's pretty easy to tell which one's Sigrid, quote, quote, prime, because this Nirvana Sigrid has a bunch of, like, metal shoved in her face. By way of, like, eyebrow piercings and ear piercings.
Oh, you're currently pierced up.
Yeah.
Rightio. Yeah.
But it's all like hoops and rings because, it can't push it out.
Yeah, bars get pushed out right quick. Studs gone straight away.
Yeah.
I remember when I were in like grade school, someone got his eyebrow pierced, and we in less than a month he'd rejected
Yeah.
it and pushed it all the way through. It were impressive and disgusting.
But anyway,
Guy were healing
other
like
Sigrid.
Naruto. Yeah.
Come on, other sticker. Do you know you want to punch a big monster?
Yeah, I assume you guys are heading topside too. Nobody's hiding in the shelters, right?
Yes.
I don't know how much help Nick's gonna be in this sense. Maybe.
What about Big Red?
No,
I mean, I could chase people in the shelters.
Freedom, I think if any one of us can actually do anything against it, it's you. The rest of us should focus our efforts on saving as many people as we can.
Nick.
Which direction is it coming from?
They don't say.
It's not.
They don't say, but we know what direction it's coming from.
If it's coming from where it was before, then it will be
North.
the southeast.
Okay, so it'll be like touching land.
Southeast.
Okay, so it'll be making landfall somewhere between Tashi Dalek and Meilong.
Correct. And it may hit the airport first.
So, yeah, we need to start, have the nerds reach out across the island to all the cells. We need to start the evacuation between Tashi Dalek and Meilong and start getting people down to the blocks.
Are you going to coordinate with the Americans? Because they're also doing an evacuation.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
Of us.
Yes, but once they take us, this was their plan. They want us to get in their helicopters so they can take us. So we need to get as many metahumans as we can into the blocks and not with the Americans.
The Americans are ordering everybody down.
That is what the warning says. The warning says
really?
to immediately retreat
Right.
underground.
Like your plan is to do the same thing that the Americans are going to be doing also. Like I'm encouraging you to tell your people not to shoot at the cops because we're on the same side right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Or at least stay out of their way.
Actually, no. Keep an eye on them. Like, do what you can to help, but keep an eye on them.
Make sure they're not using it as an excuse to disappear people.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick, you're receiving an alert on your cell phone. Anyone else who's got like a legitimate cell phone will also start receiving an alert on that. The same message at first, but then Nick, you also receive another message that no one else here will get, even if they've got a legitimate cell phone.
Nice.
The
Okay,
unique
and
one says to proceed immediately to New Kadampa, to prepare to board a ferry there for evacuation of the island. Do not discuss this with non-US citizenry.
This could be a lucrative opportunity. I'll share it with everybody and see what they think.
Sounds like the Americans are cutting and running.
We just had to
Possibly.
block the nukes. That's probably going to come because they're using it as an excuse to launch nukes because of Monster.
Well, a boatload of VIPs might, help dissuade them from using nukes.
Like James Cameron?
Or the whole ferry.
James Cameron's still here.
Actually, we should let him go.
What the fuck is happening, guys, by the way? Like, please, I've given all I can give.
So...
Shut up! And if you ever want to make a movie with blue people, don't. Slam.
That's what other secret who's been to the future says.
Future will then ask, Nick, give us a pause and ask, so we do not want to stop the ferry.
I want to hijack it, yo? Or
Yeah.
you guys want to hijack it? I want to punch a kaiju.
I may be able to help. Would I be able to know at least a way around to intercept the ferry with all my patrols on the sea part of the island?
Yeah, you
Ice
could.
it in place.
It's on a dock.
No offense, big guy, but you're like the least sneaky person I know.
We have a submarine.
It would just be a matter to freeze the rotor is the part below the boat that moves it?
Yeah, you could just freeze the engine.
Propeller is what you're thinking of.
Propeller, aye.
I mean, you guys, we know where the ship's going to be docked. You can just go there. You don't have to get this fancy.
This is true.
No.
It says to be there within the next 90 minutes in your message that you just received, Nick. So presumably you've got at least 90 minutes before this kaiju will be causing any serious problem.
There was talk of, we do have access to a submarine.
What are you proposing to do with it?
Well, if we can get underneath ship and then surface near the propeller so Piotr can freeze it, while the rest
just
of
hit
us
it on the dock.
climb aboard. Well, I mean, not all of, some of us from dock get Piotr next to ship. He's not sneaky. I'm trying to think a way around sneaky.
If you want to get on the boat sneakily, I may be able to help. His plan basically would be make you an elevator.
Sigurd just looks over at Violet when he says, "May be able to help." Like,
again, big guy, you're super not stealthy. Like, it's just not your thing.
but if you and Ondine go with sub to freeze propeller, well, the rest of us have snuck onto ship.
By the way, guys, 85 minutes.
Violet, I've got a question. You recovered a lot of information, including a person whose brain's full of information.
Absolutely.
Are you working on that sort of in the background with compartmentalized mind?
Yes.
Quite just what I wanted to know. Give me a research, please.
Sure.
And describe what your process is like. Where do you pull information from? Stuff like that. Chronologically. I think you've already told me other things that you're going to be looking for.
Sorry, it took me a little bit to find it. The thing wasn't in perfect alphabetical order.
No worries.
So process being, so go back 2-ish weeks and get a sense of just sort of like what their daily process is, and then from there studying the details of what they're doing over the course of their day, type thing.
Great.
Not getting big into ancient history and that kind of stuff right away. Mostly concerned about what they're actually up to at the moment, and then as I learn more about that, start expanding backwards and peripherally.
Cool. Success by 4. Thanks very much. Alright, so you seem pretty interested in this ferry, maybe group of ferries intended for Americans and US military civilian personnel, etc.
That's a fair point. Other nerd in the room, Nick, how important are you? Do you have a sense of how many people will be in front of you in line? Like, how many people are they taking out?
I have a pop culture current affairs, or can I get a sense of it maybe from my
You have a fair?
Yeah, I don't have a savoir-faire. I've got the contact group American Upper Crust. Can I try and roll against that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was rolling against a 12, so I beat it by 2, if that helps.
Yep, you managed to get someone who's like, Nick, you're alive. This ain't no drill, buddy. Listen, I don't know how long we're gonna have to talk because they're gonna cut cell service any minute now.
Why are they cutting cell service?
They just don't want too much panic. I don't know. It's all scripted, innit? In it, he says. This British guy who's got dual citizenship, American.
Like America would ever allow that.
You head into the ships, yeah. Gearing us off this shithole for a bit, maybe forever. Fuck knows what's going on.
I've got a special friend I'd like to bring with me. Any chance there'll be extra room? Or is every seat spoken for?
There'll probably be space. They might shoot you. Fuck knows. I don't know. If you could show them your phone, they'll probably just let you on. Who are you bringing?
Just somebody I've gotten very close to in the last couple of weeks.
Violet mouths a date.
I mean, that was the implication.
I don't know what to tell you, Nick. Probably can't hurt to try.
All right. Are there a lot of ferries? Like, is this everybody? Is this final, or is this just get out of here while there's danger?
We don't
Is
know.
this a hurricane or is this a nuke? Like, will there be an island left?
We do not know. I mean, there's got to be an island left, right? This thing goes down 1.5 kilometers. They just want Americans off the surface for a bit.
All right, I'll see you on the boat.
And yeah, there's at least 5 of them. I think they can take about 10,000 of us, but the time limit's going to be on how many and how quick they can get us aboard them.
I see what they're doing.
Well, they're evacuating the Americans.
Well, yeah, they're gonna evacuate the Americans, use the kaiju as an excuse to glass it and trap everybody underground.
That's what I was saying.
Well, not if we freeze the boats into the dock, Piotr. How much ice can you make?
I can make about a ton a second, but I have my limits.
Great, then we hit boat.
I think we hit whatever choke point the boats have to leave through. But yeah,
Okay. Call's gone out, boss. Initiate meeting.
So it's not going to help getting people down, but I'm calling in for some air support also. It's going to take a while to get here, but if we've got 90 minutes, it'll be here by then.
I think everybody at this point should pile into cars and roll out.
Autobots.
Can we get maps of that port?
I've not got anything set up in particular. So, probably not.
Okay.
Essentially, it would be on the north of the island in this bay between Tashi Delek
Okay,
and
so we first got to locate the ferries.
the north. There are a
Yeah,
couple of
but
large
this-
marinas there, so any that are actually ported will be ported at these two.
You wanna
So,
know-
is this
Sorry.
going to be one of the ports that has like a what is it, a seawall?
Yeah, so it would look like that, we concrete style
breakwater.
breakwater,
Breakwater. That's what I was looking for.
and then piers going out into that are the same.
I was going to call the whole thing a giant eddy, but
Well, that seems like the best place to ice up, because then none of the ships can leave, and whatever horrible thing they're planning on doing will have to be put on hold while all of the Americans are still on the island.
Actually, no, yeah, scratch that. It's at the very north of the island, because this is where the industrial and like big cargo ports are.
okay. And those
s-
probably don't have a breakwater.
No, I think it is still breakwaters.
I think you need to.
Yeah, they don't want waves and shit hitting the industrial area.
Yeah.
True.
You want another oil spill?
Aye,
Oh,
aye.
I was thinking the shipping yards in Chicago, but they don't need that quite as much.
Not quite, no.
I don't know. I don't know what our vision, like, kind of Grand Theft Auto-y, the San Andreas ones. Yeah. It shouldn't be super important. The exact layout. Piotr, what were you about to ask? I think if you were about to ask something.
Sorry, I forgot.
No worries. So you're rolling out.
Before that, we could probably discuss payment for the guy who's only here for the money.
You'll be
There's
covered.
What's your rate? Seriously.
Normal rate, 30 grand.
Okay. What's your rate for
Permission.
this?
Depending on the size of the kaiju, between 60 to 100.
Fine. Get on my bike. I'll get you the money on the way.
There goes self-service.
At
says
least
one of the-
30,000 now before the mission, and then we'll
I don't care.
the
Get on the
rest
bike.
later.
We're going.
Can't ride vehicles. I will literally pass out and vomit on you. I'll just fly behind you.
Good luck keeping up. She smiles.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Good luck keeping up.
I grab a motorcycle and say, "Let's fucking go!"
Yeah. Hops on a bike and
Sigrid-
books it.
Sigrid is climbing onto her bike, and yeah, she looks right at Hannah like kind of reaches up, grabs Hannah by the shirt, pulls her down, kisses her deep, says, looks her like deep in the eye, and it's just like, I love you. And then gas, go.
I'll pat the back of my bike and say, "Twosies, come on."
Ooh, two. And Hannah
Twosies.
will.
Deuce. Sigrid 2.
Oh, twosies. Yeah. Sigrid 2 jumps on. She's like, this is some crazy shit. Alright, where you heading then? Meet-up point for the emergency calling of all the groups. Oh, I would like a leadership role from Sigrid, please. I meant to ask for that earlier.
It's in the L's. Where's the L's? There's the L's.
Where's the... Oh, is the roller rink still where it is, just further underground? Or did it move on the island further?
Move.
I think it's down and shifted a little bit in a direction.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much central at the minute. But very, very deep.
Okay. It's like there-ish?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Where is the closest hospital or, like, smaller private, airport?
Place where you could land a helicopter, you mean?
Yeah. Or where there would be, hopefully, a helicopter.
Well, you can't come out right. Well, you can come out right above it, but probably the closest exits that you ever come to are on the coast, to the south and to the east. So, yeah, you got a shit ton of options as soon as you come out on the east.
Oh, so we're coming out over here then? There-ish?
You can come out just about anywhere you want in the same amount of time.
I'll go back to my apartment.
Somebody's got a fan.
I think it's Luke.
Oh, is that me? Am I making noise?
It's
Just a
okay.
little bit. I'm going back to my condo because I knew there was a helicopter up there.
There was. That's true. But yeah, Sigrid, where are you heading?
To the boat.
To the boats. Okay.
I think that's where the majority of us were going.
All right. Well, give me area knowledge Nirvanas, please, navigators. Violet's on her own, it looks like. Real Sig Shady, no trouble. Nick, no trouble. Violet, wow.
Going by way of the stash house.
So yeah, Violet, you managed to stop at your
I
stash
get
house.
lost.
Yeah, Freedom gets pretty terribly lost in these tunnels if you don't stick with Real Sig Shady.
Well, I'm following them until I get to the surface.
Oh, okay. And then
Well,
it's...
so, I mean, we use the underground. Where do we come up on the surface up here?
Your choice.
Okay. I mean, I feel like there's probably some kind of entrance in this little neighborhood up here. Would be
Yep.
most logical.
Very doable.
Like, instead of dealing with surface roads and, cops who want us dead.
Nick doesn't have a problem with that, but it's probably better if I get ahead of the game anyways, just to get a lay of the land.
I would also like stealths from the drivers, please.
Including Nick?
No, I think you're just a passenger right now, right?
No, I'm on a motorcycle, but I'm heading directly to the marina as if I were one of the American evacuees.
Okay, then yeah, no, you don't need to, Nick. It's as soon as you get to like sort of sea level blocks, you know, you're at risk of being stopped by a military patrol.
That's fine. I've got the phone.
Uh-huh.
I'll see if I can juice them for information while I'm at it.
I'm probably having to go my enhanced speed to keep up with the bike. Don't forget to roll that 3d6, Luke.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
bike goes about 80 miles an hour generally.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was being sarcastic.
yeah. It looks like he can go faster, but it's not going to do so in the tunnels.
No.
Once we pick up the money, though, Violet will break off from you and say she'll catch up.
That is absolutely in the control rating of motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just a bit slow.
I get separated and end up just popping out someplace random, let's say.
Sigrid,
Okay?
Sigrid's group, you do get spotted. It's after Violet. It's after everyone else has split off. You're pretty much just about to come above ground when you see a group of soldiers. No Garys though, and they like shout over at your car. I'm guessing you just drive past, or are you on motorbikes, all of you?
Using
Uh,
a minor motorbike. I don't know where we come out though, because
I thought I. Sorry. I thought I was too big for cars. I would be in the sewers, right?
Yeah, but you need
We have a
vehicles
van.
to get out of there at a decent rate. There's vans.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
there's
worth just cycling through us and asking us how we're getting there,
Yeah.
because it sounds like there's some confusion and not everybody's taking the same route.
Yeah, this is my main issue. Please lump your tokens together up here as to who you're travelling with.
Did you ever get the old Sigrid token?
No, I've not. Whoops.
Violet is traveling with Elton for the first half, but then breaking off from him.
Mm-hmm. Piotr's looking a bit lonely.
I am thinking because I'm not sure if I can go with either, and I have to go alone, or how can I do this?
I feel fairly confident that a group of nerds is on Sigrid, and there would have been a couple of vehicles on there, and one of the vehicles is like a pickup truck.
Totally.
That's the one.
I
Right.
think we still have the ice cream truck too, because it's pretty shortly after.
Yeah, the ice cream truck also works. So yes, indeed, that group gets engaged by soldiers who shout at you to stop your vehicles. You don't, and you drive past. Sigrid, it looks like you can get away, and they don't bother mounting an escape, and the nerds likewise also got away. But we were a bit close there, Piotr. You end up above ground, you manage to sort of drive towards the locations. Streets are dead, empty, once you get up to B blocks. At C blocks, you do see a few people heading lower. D blocks and below, you've not spotted because you were in maintenance and sewer tunnels and disused subways. But Sigrid, Piotr, Nick, you'd all reach above ground first. Nick, you would be getting at the ferry first. Violet, you're managing what you're trying.
So I think what Violet's going a little bit off script, but her plan is going to be to show up at the boat with James Cameron as his date.
Love it.
And the secret message I sent does still apply. It's just both.
Mm-hmm. So, Elton, you sticking with Violet?
I think I split off to go to the meeting zone, wherever they wanted me to hang out until the actual operation starts.
All right.
We split off halfway through.
So you'd be able to catch back up with Sigrid and Piotr, I believe.
That sounds
Easily.
logical.
And Nick, you'd be arriving at the boat if you go in there first alone.
Yeah, I figure with the mental link, I can keep in contact.
Sounds good.
Luke,
If
I'm
asked,
Mhm.
she'll put it up.
Yeah,
I
we
dropped the
absolutely ask. Especially when they said that like cell phones and shit are down. So yes, absolutely. We're like mental link.
Just warning, if and when the kaiju actually shows, it might become unreliable because I'm going to be super busy at that point.
Fair enough.
Best of luck on your end.
All right. Well,
All right, so what does Nick see when he gets there in terms of security and numbers?
Security is high. There are Garys present. A good 24. Give me an observation, please. I say a good 24 because it looks like two different squads are. They are covering gangplanks to boats. Oh, that's a good roll. Yeah, there's about 12 Garys kind of just guarding. You do spot several others, the relay ones, with their support up on buildings across from the marina. There are also helicopters landing and taking off. Black Hawks with lots of people on them. Pretty much full scale evacuations. This is probably the busiest place on the island right now that's not the military base or the airport. You can see a lot of planes in the air. There must be a C-130 taking off every 30 seconds a minute.
Okay.
And they're all kind of flying north.
Be nice if we could shut the airport down too, but it's a little late to come up with a new plan.
We can shut down the airport if we really need to.
As many Americans are still here as possible, the less the chances of them taking a drastic solution.
You can
Wait,
see one
There's a
boat
possibility.
is already starting to leave. It is like, the gangplanks are being pulled back now, ropes being untied.
How many guards on the boat?
Hard to say, but you can see regular soldiers walking around up there, shouting orders into their headsets.
All right, so then I'll pass all the information along, and I'll get an ETA on when the rest of the team will be in a position to freeze the entrance.
That boat itself is packed as well, you can see.
So there's an entrance to freeze.
There is indeed
Like there's a way to freeze them in. All right. So Sigrid, we get up to the top. We'll park like somewhat close to the dock, but not like at the dock. And we'll make our approach on foot. When we get there, Sigrid will look around and be like, "All right." She'll look at the nerds. Like this might be the fight. So you all, this is what we've been training for. You all have my full confidence. Kick ass, don't die. And then she'll be like, Mike, you're in charge of team one. Team one, you are gonna take positions on these rooftops, get sniper angles on that ship. Claire, you're part of team two. You'll be salt team. As soon as you start hearing me and Elton go in, you bring in your team and you start the assault. Tyrese, you take your team. You get Piotr
Pleka kicker.
position.
Thump thumps shatter. Someone's opened fire on your vehicles from a roof across the street as you've been giving this speech just now.
All right. Sigurd's like, all right, you know your missions. Go.
One of the nerds is already pointing a rifle back up and, firing off some suppressing fire.
And then look at Elton and like, can you give me a ride to ship?
Won't be quite as fast, but I mean, grit your fucking teeth, and he'll grab you and start going at full speed in order to catch up to the ship.
Yeah, and like, let's see if we can get to like the back of the boat or wherever like we're being fired at from.
Oh, I plan on throwing you at the gun.
Well, at the minute I see you as like a block away from the docks, because of where you have to park the vehicles to not be spotted. But
Okay.
then clearly they've got patrols on the roofs at the minute around this area.
Fair enough.
And they've seen you down there, and then seen a bear and a guy with wings and opened fire.
All right, then Nick will take a second to find a bathroom or an empty bulkhead or something.
You hear
And,
gunshots, Nick, in the distance, faintly.
He'll take 10 seconds to transform into the demon, and then his plan is to jump from his ship to the one that's pulling away.
That's pretty awesome.
Try and delay it.
Awesome. If you could do this stealthily, I'm going to be blown away.
I'm not certain I can do it stealthily.
Well, I'm not either. But it'll be cool.
Me either.
It'll be cool either way.
It will be cool.
So yeah, the boat that you're gearing onto is already starting to get busy as you manage to find the bathroom. One that's fairly near the front. We're in jumping distance, still only 10, 20 meters away from this one as its engines are starting up.
His jumping distance is significant, remember?
Yeah. How far can you jump? Long jump?
I wrote it down because I wanted to stop having to...
I saw it in your sheet earlier.
56 meters in the long jump, 40 meters in the high jump, and with running, I add however many meters I ran to my basic move to calculate. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's cut very quickly then. Let's have a very quick look at Violet, who's probably right now riding a motorcycle full speed with James Cameron on the back, crying a bit.
Except that he's not crying.
No, yeah, he's
and
fine,
actually, right? I think James Cameron is driving the motorcycle.
Oh,
Violet's
awesome.
on the back.
Violet's on the back. So currently Violet is riding a motorcycle through the sewers. We are air whipping out bottom of her helmet as James Cameron, not wearing a helmet, revs this thing at full speed down
Absolutely.
the sewer pipe.
But yeah, the plan is to pull up just the boat, kind of cut the line, head to the front.
You did crit that area knowledge check. Alright, I'm cautious. I am mindful of times that things would happen, but freedom.
So I figured with that roll to area knowledge and the driving roll both being failures, I just rolled randomly on the table where I would come out, if that's okay with you.
That sounds good, yeah.
And I came out and I rolled first a D20 to see which quadrant or letter I would hit, and I rolled a 7, so that's 1, 2, 3 G, and then I rolled a 1d6 for whichever landfall, because that's how many squares there are on land in that row, and I rolled a 1, which was this area here. So I come out somewhere in here.
Cool. All right. Yeah. It's not that quiet there, but it's quiet enough that you've not been spotted yet. What are you dressed in? Your usual super suit.
Yes.
Koi.
I
Yeah.
am being stealthy. I made my stealth roll by a decent amount. 7,
Oh,
14.
okay. So you're avoiding patrols and stuff.
Yeah.
You can
That
hear
was the one roll I
helicopters
had.
as you go past like intersections and get a clear view to the sea. There, you can see boats leaving out of the bay, and you can also see helicopters flying out to sea and coming in from sea as well. They must be aircraft carriers doing runs to people out at sea at the minute.
Where would one of these be landing? So
There's
like
there's a
using...
decent outcrop right there, and a couple of beaches that are fairly good for landing on.
I can see the helicopters then.
Yeah, you could see them.
Landing there.
You can see one coming into land right now. You know, 200 meters away, 2 blocks over.
Well, we all know a good strategy to do this is just to go on up and fucking steal one.
Always. You've got a Sigrid here. A Sigrid who's itching to fight. She is itching to fight as well, by the way.
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about that. I'm sure Sigrid would have given her some of her old gear.
I
Cool.
even had found a Sigrid token of Sigrid in her old clothing too.
Nice.
Summertime Sigrid.
If I shift Z it, does it? There you go. She's got a sword, an axe, and a repeating shotgun.
All right.
We're gonna steal a helicopter.
Cool. Drive me up alongside. I shoot pilot in face with this thing. And she does the one-handed cock, like Arnie in Terminator 2.
So, just a quick side note. I looked it up, and it turns out that James Cameron actually likes motorcycles.
Yes.
He already had the skill.
Yes, that's where we are going. We're gonna steal a military-grade helicopter.
Fucking awesome. What defense is like? We have strategy, tactic.
Yeah. Get him! And just drive straight the fuck. Activate my thing, and we're driving straight in.
So yeah, you like
full speed.
do a wheelie, fly down the little ramp that goes down to the sand on the beach. There are currently 2 Black Hawks landed, but with the blades spinning. People getting loaded onto them. There's like groups of quite wealthy looking people here. Clearly Americans. They have a certain style to themselves on this island at minute.
Do you need a driving check or anything?
Yes, please. Motorcycles. Fucking badass. And yeah, you just pull to a stop alongside it, and Sigrid rapid fire blasts a couple of people. You get shot at. Couple miss, couple hit you. It does nothing. There's no Garys on the beach, it doesn't look like at the minute. And
Ladies and gentlemen, suck dick and die in a fire. She'll flip off all the rich people as she's getting on the helicopter.
as Sigrid like throws the pilot's body out onto the sand. And she starts asking, "You really know how to fly this thing?" as it lurches into the air.
Fly,
Yeah?
yes. Land, no.
Wow.
Yes, I do. Click, click, click.
You take off and go sideways through the street that you just came out of, in between buildings, as like you get shots fired at you. You hear pings offside a helicopter, but then turn another corner and just carry on flying at like 20 meters high in between buildings.
Awesome. That was me.
Yeah, that is awesome. So Violet, you come skidding up. James Cameron puts the kickstand down on his bike. A few people, put their hands on the guns as you approached, but then took them off when they saw that you were just wealthy Americans coming to escape.
We're not the only asshole leaving some expensive vehicle behind.
Well, they're probably actually being rapidly escorted because the whole thing's come under fire.
That's true. There is gunfire.
Fair.
So yeah, you both step off, and then someone's running forward, and there's a Gary also running forward and kind of putting itself between you and the streets. And they say, "Please come forward now, quick! Not much time." They look
We'll
at
do
both
so.
of you, and they don't even ask for any ID or anything. They just start ushering you up the gangplank. At that same time, Demon, you've just busted out her toilet door. There, a woman screams, "Ah!" You've got a clear line of sight to the front of the boat.
I already rolled jump and stealth.
Hey, Luke, I have a quick idea. Why don't we make a quick use turn order, but just not have it be based off our speeds? Like group.
Just so
group
nobody
turn
gets
orders.
skipped.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Everyone, please roll your speed at some point.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be changing them anyway, but yeah.
Oh right, I gotta select my token. Yep.
And you don't have to sort. Or maybe, can you reverse sort?
And
Change it
don't
up.
forget to add yourself.
You can move them around, yeah.
I think all we can do is change our number.
I can drag you about however I want. It's just Piotr that we need.
Yep. Ev.
Seven.
I didn't mean to interrupt flow. I just.
No, that's
VDR,
fine.
I know we would.
Yeah, it was a good idea to make sure everybody has a
Mhm.
scene or a spotlight.
So, yeah, how about a quick break, actually? We've been going just about an hour.
Sure.
Alright, we'll be
For
back
me?
in 5 minutes. We're back. So, it seems something bad's happening. You all seem to reckon that a kaiju's coming, given that you did see one, and it was sort of heading this direction. And now America's given out a huge evacuation warning telling everyone to get underground, but also sending out another evacuation warning telling all Americans and, people like Nick to get to either a boat or helicopter for actual evacuation. They hadn't said actual evacuation, that's just what you've inferred. Group 1 has arrived 1 block away from the docks, is currently getting shot at. Boad the boat. Let's have a look at Group 1. Piotr, you're in the back of a pickup truck. Elton, you've probably just landed on the back of a pickup truck. Sigrid, we're giving you an inspirational speech when you got shot at.
I would not land on the truck. I would land near the. I would be near the truck because if I go on the truck, I vomit.
It's not moving.
How close would I
Fine.
be to Secret?
We in 2 meters.
Okay. Just to know where to place myself. How far away are we from the boats?
50 meters or so. You'd have to run.
Oh. And the nerd is driving, or is the truck stopped?
Truck's stopped right now. There is a
Okay.
nerd in the driver's seat though. Sigrid was on a motorcycle, but she's stepped off it, I believe.
Correct.
Piotr will say, "Get to safety," and he will start running towards this on the coast and towards the boat.
Cool. And Sigrid, you've asked Elton to pick you up and take you to the boat.
Yeah, and I had given all of the nerds their assignments.
Mm-hmm. And Elton, do you pick Sigrid up and start flying towards the boat?
Yeah.
Probably a bit heavy, but you can
How
still do
heavy
it.
are you?
Grand total.
Grand total is 177 pounds.
Oh yeah, Eurofin when I one-handed. Yeah, Eurofin two-handed lift for me.
Okay, well, so Piotr, you'll see them fly over your heads. You'll round the corner, see the line of boats, see the...
As we fly over Piotr, can Sigurd like shout down to him, freeze up the gap.
Yeah, that's fine.
The gap. Okay. Uh, the gap between the wave breakers.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, like close the door on him.
Elton, give me a dodge, please.
Aerobatics, all that jazz.
Success by 5. You managed to dodge the hail of gunfire and lasers.
Oh, that was just the aerobatics stat
Oh,
+2, because
so
I'm
it
currently
is.
rolling at a 9.
Whoa.
Because of big fat Sigrid.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. So you'll get
Oh,
clipped a couple of times.
Can he count Sigrid as a three-point shield?
Yeah,
You can. Sigrid, you get clipped a couple of times.
that works for me.
So like laser to the leg, gunshot to the arm. I'm not even going to bother rolling it. It hurts, but you're healed up enough by the time you come down over that boat to drop her on
Okay.
it.
Thank God, I only have 15 health. I would.
I have 30 and it regenerates rapidly.
Demon, you made your jump roll. You land on the boat as you see a birdman like ducking to try and dodge shots. Sigrid getting blasted and then dropped onto the deck.
You might want to drag him to the correct group then.
I'm in my own group.
You board the boat
There we go.
group now, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There are multiple boats, though.
Group Cameron, you witness all this from the gangplank of the boat adjacent. A demon just jumped off the one you're getting onto.
Weirdly, over the connection, people get the idea that this is somehow ruining her plan. She wasn't supposed to get on the boat.
Group punch the monster. I'm guessing you have just navigated kind of southeast and are currently flying that way.
I don't actually think so because like that hasn't breached yet, has it?
You don't think so. You're in a unique position to go look. And
we go
you're
up.
also in a unique position to monitor US military communications right now. Have you got
Oh yeah.
electronics operation comms?
Nope.
Give me an IQ check, please. -5.
Oh, I had to roll a 6 or under.
Or I'd take
Nope.
a helicopters based, an IQ based helicopters roll at -5. Probably would do it. And would a 12 make that?
IQ based helicopters? Nope.
Okay, so yeah, no,
At -5? Yeah, no.
you can hear chatter on the radio, but you like flick through stations and then you just end up getting static. You can't find any chatter anymore.
The nerds usually do this. Or
Sigrid,
other military guys.
Sigrid, you've not got that skill, have you?
Which skill?
Electronics operation comms.
I actually don't.
Okay,
The nerds usually do that.
that's very fair.
There's a moment where both Sigrid and Freedom are like, no, the nerds usually do that.
So we fly up to get a better vantage.
Give me a vision check, please.
By one.
Oh yeah, sorry, that were miles away for a second. Just roll IQ for me as well.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, no, you don't spot anything of interest. There is a lot of activity at the airport now. Planes leaving, less than every minute. Lots of private jets leaving, it looks like, even. And helicopters coming and going between land and the airport, and just heading out to the north.
Well, that's just a good place to direction to head anyway. Airport's got places to land. Let's go airport.
Airport, rodeo. Group on the boat. This is the most exciting thing happening right now. Lord Jesus. So, Fly Guy, I'm guessing you don't land on a moving boat.
No, I don't. I'll just be hovering above it.
You are quick enough to move around to avoid gunfire? To, like, fly around to the other side of the boat? There will...
Yeah, I'll be moving at whatever speed I need to be to not get shot down.
Yeah. Give me just another aerobatics roll, please. Ooh, okay, yeah. You're alright. People are trying to find you at first, but then they get quite distracted by the demon that's just landed on the boat. And also the Sigrid, who is probably doing pretty demonic shit right now to soldiers, correct?
I would have to imagine it's a bloodbath.
Yeah, so you're getting shot up. Again, there's no Garys actually on the boat. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of soldiers shooting at you, getting themselves shot at. You're definitely going to drop to 0 HP or lower at some point, but I think you can keep going. Give me one or each of your melee skills, one or each of your combat skills. Demons backing you up. Success by 5, success by 11.
And does the big bear get onto the boat?
Big bear! So, they
Can't just
flew over you.
swim, right?
Oh,
Yeah, Sigurd, you're not having too much trouble. Big bear, you managed to get to the dockside. Things have taken shots at you, but your armor's protected you so far.
Okay. Wanna swimming check?
Yes, please. And so you jump into the water and start swimming? Are you just legit heading straight for the gap?
For the Yeah, I will try to freeze it. Would this take one of my creativity points?
Yeah. Just one to kind of cover the surface in
I
ice.
am lucky because that's the only one I have.
It's
Use
based
that creation.
it's based on how much ice costs. So how much does a ton of ice cost?
Just 2 fatigue points. Like
No,
nothing.
I mean like in actual money. Like if you went to the supermarket and bought the amount of ice.
Oh, I did research that. A ton of ice is what a company in the 2000s can make in a day to sell.
But like you need a cash value to convert it. But I'm pretty sure one character point, and it works out as half your starting wealth's worth of ice. So at this tech
One.
level, that's like $10,000 worth of ice, right?
1 second, I'm
That's actually
researching.
almost exact. Because we used to sell a 20-pound bag of ice for $3.99. So 1 ton of ice would be
Yeah.
$10,000. No, it would be $8,000. No, I did something wrong there.
A ton might not be enough, but I think you can get more than a ton for that and make it permanent.
And I'm only getting salaries for working.
It's about $450 a ton.
$450 a ton. There you go. So you can get more than 20 tons. You could probably get 25 tons ish. of
I
ice.
can
Well-
make 20 tons and then pass out because I would be without any fatigue.
How much volume does a ton of ice take up?
Oh, again, it's. I think a company can make only up to 1 ton a day.
Not a
What's that?
company,
Volume, though.
like the
Eight pounds
Sorry.
is a gallon.
Ah,
You have a sense of how much a gallon is?
yeah, sort of.
not me. How much is a liter?
Fair.
How many liters in a gallon?
Like 3,
3
4.
liters in a
Like
gallon.
4 liters are in a gallon. Uh, do you remember those milk jugs? Those are normally a gallon of milk.
So how many gallons in 10 tons? Or how many gallons in 20 tons of ice?
Second,
Volume in what unit?
Meters cubed,
Meters?
please.
0.99.
What?
Oh
One-
my god. Okay,
1
I can
ton
envision this.
equals 268 gallons. So let me times
I
that.
mean, that probably checks out.
Yeah, so
It
So
does.
that's almost 1 CFS. So
wait,
1 ton.
for
So
what?
one.
That for 1 ton. 1 ton of ice is a 1 meter cube.
Yes.
No. Is it?
Right.
Yes.
I thought you were
One-
saying for 20 tons, and I were like, what the fuck?
No. What?
So yeah, if you spend all 20 FP, you can just block the surface, I think, from these ferries.
I made a conversion. I am getting for 1 ton of ice, it's 268.47 gallons, and for that times 20 would be 5,369.4.
I put the table in the Discord chat.
Thank you.
Yep, yep. You need to spend all your FP, but you can block this harbour from all the boats leaving.
I'll do it. I still need to pass my roll, right? Or I need to pass it 20 times.
Just once, I'll let you say, and then you keep holding it.
11.
Yeah, you're good. And if you also, just stay there with your temperature control on, that will also add natural ice.
I'll stay there, but I think I would need to.
You don't instantly pass out. You can just hang out there as long as you're not doing anything. Having a FP of 0
Does
won't.
does this need to be permanent, or should I just stay here until we call mission complete? Because
Doesn't need to be
this
permanent.
could, if it doesn't need to be permanent, I could just stay here and just be out of the fight. I will be with 0 FP. Not sure if you need me to roll anything.
You're ground zero of the fight right now, man.
Yeah, you are out
The,
of the
the
fight.
Americans want to leave. Their mission is now going to be remove you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I very much would be without fatigue.
And don't use all your fatigue.
Yeah, then consider the fact that doing that will make you ground zero for the fight. So maybe
instead of blocking the harbor, aim for their rudders or something like that.
It's on you. You can block that full gap. Sigrid told you to block that full gap.
Piotr will follow the order and block the full gap. I will be at 0. And he is still linked, right?
Give me a dodge check first, please, before you drop to 0. Just for swimming out there whilst getting shot at.
Dutch. Before the 0. Get that back up.
I'm pretty sure they assume that you're trying to escape. And so don't really pursue you that hard. Wow, look at that. Yeah, you make it out to that gap. You do your super cool Naruto moves and spread
single
the
polar
ice.
bear dive.
Awesome.
Piotr will say exhausted on the mind link.
It's done.
And then just kind of like stay in a hidden spot on that big place.
Yeah, I see you as like, in the water, hiding behind the ice shelf that you've built.
That's fair. He could have made himself a barrier with all that.
Yeah, you could have made yourself an ice cave. You could have put tunnels in it that you're inside. On board the boat, fight will still be going on. You're going to be losing FP though. Roll me HTs, please. CD, Sigrid, and Nick. Elton, you can just roll the HT based flight skill if you've got it. And if it's better, that 12 versus that.
It's the same.
Demon, you're pretty exhausted by the time you think you've taken out all the people who are fighting on this ship. It ends up pretty quiet around you and Sigrid on deck, as everyone else has either jumped off the boat or is cowering below deck.
I think the demon is like smashing some soldier's face repeatedly into the guardrail.
You hear a
Hey.
sickening crunch and like scrape of metal, and Piotr, as you're in your ice cave, it kind of shakes a bit, a couple of cracks form, and you feel that as the boat's crashed into it, but does indeed get blocked by it. Violet, you're on the boat now, you can hear the gunfight, and the gunshots slowing down from the
Is
boat
there
ahead
one?
of you.
Is there one boat or? Okay, there's. So the boat ahead of me is where the gunfire is, right?
The boat ahead of you is where the gunfire is.
Has our boat actually left yet, or are we still boarding?
Just finished boarding, the gangplanks are being removed. People are starting to be loaded onto the other boat that were behind yours now.
All right. James and Violet are going to split up at this point. James is going to head towards the bridge, with probably not this phase because it's going to take a bit to get there and actually accomplish. But
Okay.
the plan for him is attempt to seize command and get the hell out of here.
Okay. James Cameron's gonna
Because
attempt to.
he's a damn captain.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure out some kind of roll to throw at you for that next time. But in the meantime, Violet's going to try to get off the boat. As they're pulling up the game planks, she's going to attempt to get down the last one.
Okay. Give me acrobatics.
Totally.
So yeah, the gangplank's been raised slightly, and you can feel the engines have started up on your boat. It's started to pull away from the rower gangplanks as you come running out at
And
last
she will
minute.
slide down one of the gangplanks that's being pulled in, but isn't completely pulled in yet.
Yep.
Sort of leap the last bit of it.
Yeah, you jump across, slide down this 45-degree gangplank, and then leap again to make it to the side. One of the Garys turns and looks at you and says, "Jesus Christ, citizen, are you okay?"
I'm good, but they said I needed a ticket. And she heads towards the bike.
He starts aiming a gun at you, or he points a finger at you, and then turns and starts running off into a street.
He has more important things to deal with than somebody that's trying to not break into the boat.
It does seem that way.
And as an aside, elsewhere, Overwatch is going to be told to watch for kaiju and incoming missiles.
Everyone notices the jets that fly past because they all do a sonic boom. They must have come from a carrier that's to the north, and they are currently flying past to the southeast. They go underneath your helicopter. Group punch the monster, and you like tilt slightly. They were cooking.
I look that way.
You see them disappearing into the distance. You can't really make anything out. Radar. I think these things have got radar. Is
They
picking up
do.
quite a bit out to like 30 kilometers. Like, it looks like there are a few planes already out there, and then one of them suddenly disappears.
Okay, so they're still fighting in ocean. I can't do much about that, so I will do a temporary touchdown at one of the helipads at the airport.
No
You
one
land
comes
check?
running over. There's a lot of activity, and yeah, you kind of land. Sigrid looks out and says, "No greeting party." Cocks the gun.
Yeah, maybe eventually, but for now, she'd like open up the side or pop open a window and just start smoking. We wait for the thing to get landfall.
Can I bum one of those?
Sure, she cans a cigarette.
She takes a long drag and she's like, "Oh, it's been a while since I had one of these. Any snacks in here?" And then she like finds a Snickers or something on the dashboard. Nice.
I don't need to eat for a few more days.
Raises an eyebrow at you.
Taps the suit, says, "It feeds me."
Doesn't sound much fun.
Eh. Yeah, just shooting the shit, waiting, and then like, if anyone comes up or anything like that, I'm gonna be a Starky bitch. Let me know if anyone comes up.
Yeah, not right away. I'm wondering what your next moves are. Boats are essentially blocked. The one that you're on, boat boarding party, is, you think, clear of soldiers and anyone willing to put up a fight. You've had
Okay.
more than a minute of quiet now, both you and the demon just panting heavily.
So I think Sigurd will look over at the demon and like, you think there anyone on board worth taking hostage?
He grins, and you can see like blood and pieces of flesh between his teeth when he does. And
You
he
want to go?
says, "I think everybody is worth taking."
Well, we should take them somewhere central on the island.
Do the canals connect to the marina?
There are some canals connected to this marina. It'd be a struggle to fit this boat through them, but you could do it.
Yeah, let's grab as many people as we can from all of the boats.
You are
Throw 'em
still
on here
being
and take
assaulted
another in.
by Garys from the shore as this is happening.
Right, we got to get to the shore to help our guys.
Yeah, it's fine. They're stuck on the island. That
Yeah.
was our objective. Yeah, let's just help evacuate.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll dump the fuel from the bridge. Nick will, not the demon.
Okay.
Elton, can you get Piotr?
Like, lift him? No. Are you insane? I'm a guy.
Just thought.
If you want me to go tell him to try and swim over here, I can. That's
We still connected, right? Are we talking through connection?
Yeah, you're mentally connected still.
Yeah.
Pietro will add, I can't leave this structure. Otherwise, it will be gone in a matter of seconds. I'll stay here until it's needed. Just go.
Okay. You be safe.
You too.
Will do. But not likely.
That's an IQ based boating roll to dump the fuel. Sorry, Undine.
You manage it, yeah.
Aw.
Fuel dumped.
Elton, can I get ride to shore?
yeah, won't be as quick as if I went by myself, but You're well within my range.
You're only 100 meters from the shore right now.
Yeah, can you just like drop Sigurd on top of one of the Garys that they're fighting?
Yes.
You should do that.
Let's go.
Have you got dropping?
After that, though, I do have to meet up with Freedom just in case the kaiju shows up. That's kind of what I was hired for. Part of my objectives. So I'll drop you off with the Garys, and then I will go with Team Punch the kaiju.
I said like 30 kilometers away. I meant like 15. By the way.
Just 15 kilometers? I can make that in a couple seconds.
That's how far away the radar clusters were and where something were just lost.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll drop Sigurd off, and then I'll head over to where the kaiju is probably going to show up with Freedom.
So
They're probably going to show up on this. He's going to show up on this island first. But yeah.
Sigurd, you gonna try and fight 20 Garys on your own?
Sigurd is gonna try to make some time for the nerds to retreat out.
Demon will help.
Like the goal is not to win. The goal is just to slow him down long enough.
How heavy is Nick?
Nick can jump it.
Okay.
I'm just wondering what best way to do this would be.
Luke?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just pop over by Freedom now.
Ever?
I don't use fatigue to use my temperature control. Can I use that? Would you suggest to keep the ice growing?
Yeah, you can do that, but you've got to concentrate to keep it going, so you won't recover FP while you're doing it. You will essentially be like... But you can hide underwater to do it. You can make yourself like a little ice, a little bubble of air.
I figure, like you said, he begun in the middle and then he expanded and he made his own little tunnels with control to be able to maze himself around.
So you're hidden in there right now, essentially.
Yeah, and I basically won't be regaining fatigue. If I wouldn't be trying to lower the temperature, trying to make this look natural, like a natural thing, how much or how long would it take me to regain fatigue?
Have you got fits or very fit?
Let me check.
If you've got very fit, it's every 5 minutes. If not, it's every 10 minutes. You get one.
I believe I have fit or very fit on this character. Yeah, I do not.
So every 10 minutes, you'll get one FP back.
Okay, and yeah, this is basically going to be until the battle is over. So Piotr will be using temperature control to lower the temperature as much as he can on the sea.
That'll probably end up freezing more than just your create did. If you do it for like a couple of hours anyway.
I'm trying to like freeze the bay and make it like, oh, it's winter. The bay froze.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to do that. The ships are probably all going to be frozen in a layer of ice by the time you're done.
Yep, Piotr will be doing that then.
Sigurd and Demon. I don't know, bros. Give me a dodge each. Let's see how good you are. I forget about that demon. It's amazing. It's so big, but it's so nimble. It's like one of those big fat Gears of War guys rolling around at 100 miles an hour.
Fucking kidding?
Sigurd, let me see what my deadliest type of attack looks like.
You have really bad luck against Garys.
Yeah, against superheroes, it's fine, but anytime it's a Gary.
There's probably some Gary technician that's been studying Sigrid and like is really good at countering her techniques.
They've got a pool that everybody pays into every time she shows up, and whoever does the most damage to her just gets to take the whole thing.
33 damage, armor divisor 10, location 9, just the torso.
Yep.
33? Armor
Yeah.
divisor 10 to the torso. So that is
Huge piercing, so double it after DR.
defense. 41 becomes 4, so 29. 58. So minus 28. That's not even a full multiple.
Big hole in you, though. I think that comes out
Yep.
the back.
Big
You look
hole.
down at it and go, motherfucker.
Pretty much. You
You
barely
like
need
this
to
shirt.
make the major wound checks. But you might crit fail. We've seen it happen before. Crit
Hey.
success. No problem.
So yes, she literally just looks up and is like, "This is my favorite shirt."
Show me some damages each of you. I'm pretty sure you can both take Gary's down. That's armor
You
divisor.
just have to establish they can take them down and that they aren't going to get murdered themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And that could be at a neck.
He
Yeah,
would be aiming for the neck or to take limbs off.
yeah.
But we decided that sword is better for her.
Sigurd would be doing similar.
So it looks like you're both dealing similar sorts of damage.
I'm
Armor
armor divisor 10.
Armor divisor 5 and armor divisor 10. What's 40 divided by 5?
8.
Yeah, it is. And why didn't that work? Because I put 2 divideds in. So yeah, you can both hack these things to bits, disable them fairly easily.
And again, I don't think the idea is necessarily to like take them out. We just need to slow them down so like our guys can.
This is very true. Tactics, please.
At this point, your guys are probably just doing the tactical retreat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they started doing it immediately. Like, their job would deliver you here. Yeah, you good. You managed to get back into sewers. Like a good 5. Gary's disabled. You're pretty sure. You get a quiet respite. Respite. Respite.
Respite.
Respite. That's the one I want.
Do you want us to maybe roll like a 1d6 each to determine FP loss?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. Add an extra 1 to that for both of you, just for more general battle fatigue. Elton, likewise, roll a d6 for me, please. Lose 5 FP for me. But are you flying to the airport?
Yeah,
Looks like
I immediately just went to match up with Freedom.
Give me a stealth as well, please. You will draw fire again a couple of times, but you're quick enough to evade it for the most part. Give me 1 dodge roll though, please. The tension. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, you duck and weave, and you do manage to glide across the ocean fairly quietly. You do think you've been spotted as you land next to their helicopter, though, which is pretty easy to get to when you're all mentally linked. So yeah,
So did anyone approach during the?
no one's approached in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then Elton lands.
I think it's Group Cameron's turn now.
Very true. Group Cameron's turn. So you're off the boat. Gary's looked at
So-
you. You boarded your motorcycle. Boarded it.
So Violet's doing the boring thing, which is taking the motorcycle and flying straight up and attempting to rejoin the people at the airport. Cameron's doing the cool thing, which is quasi-commandeering the ship, but mostly he wants to convince the commander to let him call their superiors and let them know that there are some important Americans still on the boat. Ideally, this will end with Cameron actually yelling into a microphone at somebody that there's important Americans still here.
I'm
Oh my
James
God.
Cameron.
I just realized I became the Titanic.
Yeah.
Sorry, the iceberg of the Titanic.
So I'm giving you a couple rolls to get there, if that's okay, and then if it's okay, maybe a diplomacy check to convince somebody that we are in fact important enough to not nuke.
Yes, please.
Like James Cameron? He's a national treasure.
Just hoping he didn't catch someone that's not a fan of the films.
That's a great roll. That's a great roll. So, People at the airport are currently running towards your helicopter. James Cameron is indeed on the Peltec of that boat. He is indeed shouting at a captain. The captain is indeed handing over comms to him.
Because it's James Cameron, and this is the naval captain. Of course they're going to let him do what he wants.
All right, I'll crack my. Oh, is it my turn?
It's
Or is
your
it
turn.
still
Yep.
James? I'm gonna crack my neck, activate my power, my damage, and step outside of the helicopter.
When they see that it's you, they just shout like, "What the fuck are you doing? What do you want? What do you want?"
Someone to tell me what's going on with the giant monster, please.
It's coming. There's evacuation in effect. It's that way. He points. ETA. Less than an hour now.
Oh. Where landfall? Is it gonna be off? Is it gonna hit the airport? Hitting over there on that little islandy deal?
He points. He says, "West. Maylong. Or maybe right here. We aren't sure yet."
Cool. Hey, does anyone have a pack of cigarettes?
Are you still mind controlled? They're inching closer, but very wary. They stop when they're about 10 meters away from you.
I'll walk over. Does anyone have any more smokes, please?
One of them's pointed his gun down, reached into one of his, tactical webbing pockets, pulled out a pack of Marlboro Reds and thrown them at you.
I'll take them. Light one up and just be like, cool.
Are you still
Well-
mind controlled? Freedom.
I've never been mind controlled, you little idiots.
They shoulder the weapons a bit, take a step back, all of them.
Really? Machine guns? Guys, come on.
If you do not open fire on us right now, we will not open fire on you. We will overlook the metahuman threat that has just joined you and is currently stood on the other side of your helicopter for the time being. However, if you attack, we will be forced to engage. We have access to surface-to-air missiles. We will shoot you out of the sky if we suspect you are harming the cause, which is to destroy the threat that is approaching, ma'am.
Okay. Wait, destroying it is a bad thing?
You harming the effort to destroy it would be a bad thing. You assisting the effort would be a good thing, in our opinion, ma'am.
Oh, okay, okay. You cleared things up there. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for the smokes. Sigurd, do you want anything? Or 2Z, do you want anything?
No, I good.
A
All
beer?
right.
Wouldn't do anything.
Beer, candy bar.
Beer?
McDonald's.
Oh.
They got a
Vodka,
McDonald's in the
moonshine.
terminal over there. Bring me a Big Mac.
Could we get a Big Mac and a beer, please?
They get on radio to someone.
And I'm just
Make
gonna
that
be
2 Big Macs, actually.
2 Big Macs.
Yeah, we could bring that in. Are you
Cool.
willing to cooperate?
What shows that I haven't been cooperating so far, guys?
They just nod. They don't approach. They put the guns down a bit. He shouts across, Big Macs are on the way. Beers too.
Sweet. I'll give
Yeah.
whoever gets me the Big Mac $5. You pay for the Big Mac.
I think I'm getting the Big Mac. They're handing them to me, and I'm walking them over.
You're, so, you're not really at the main part of the airport right now. I feel like you landed not quite on a beach. It's probably mostly concrete, like seawall sort of deal.
I mean, there's a photo of the airport in the handouts.
Maybe not on this one.
Oh, you'd have to transmogrify it.
Transmogrification. Inbound. Upsilon transcending. Scrolly, scrolly. Scrolly, scrolly. Handouts. There's nothing listed as it, so I'll just
Probably
drag.
see it in Teshidilek.
Oh no, Nirvana International Airport. There we go. Blind. So yeah, quite plain. You're probably just off that south runway to the back at the cliff edge sort of deal, or in between both runways.
Okay.
But right
I
at the
imagine there's
water's
like
edge.
more helicopter landing pad and stuff too.
Yeah, use your imaginations. But it's, mostly open concrete around you. More soldiers show up. 2 Garys show up. It looks like the heavy weapons types, but they have stood motionless a good 50 meters away, not interacting. And then a jeep will approach, and you spot a familiar face getting out of it, holding a big McDonald's brown paper bag. It is General McDonald. General McDonald's brought you the McDonald's.
Perfect.
And he does not look very happy.
Does this movie count as able to ask McDonald's for a sponsorship for this episode?
I'm not asking, but if they want to jump in and give us a few $100,000, I'd be pretty pleased.
With all our viewers.
Yeah, we'll share it. We'll share it with everyone who's watching right now. He walks over.
Hey.
He does not look like he gives a shit. He walks right up to you. I'm guessing you just stood outside the helicopter, leaning against it, kind of deal.
Yeah, I let the blades wear down at this point.
Yeah, turned off. Save fuel. He hands the bag of Big Macs over. You got 5 Big Macs in there, 5 large fries, and then he snaps his fingers at his aide and passes you 4 large Cokes.
And the 6-pack.
Oh yeah, and a 6-pack
Beer.
of lager.
I will hand them all back because I'm not hungry.
Sigrid too is kind of hiding her face. And yeah, she starts munching down on Big Macs, passes one through the helicopter to Elton, who I feel like you're stood on like the other side of the helicopter.
Yeah. Any Big Macs
So-
that don't get eaten, he will gladly eat.
Yeah, you could scran too, and Sigrid will eat like 3 Big Macs and most of the fries.
So, Jenny McDonald's, how's it going?
Not great. Bad things coming. You're here. You coming back to the good
Kent's getting
side?
happy to... I'm on my side, so yes, I'm on the good side.
He just sighs loudly, angrily. Are you willing to help fight this thing?
I want to. There's a kaiju, and I'm gonna punch it, and it had one eye, right?
Yeah, one eye, right in the middle of its
It has
face.
Stupid eye in the middle of its face.
That might save us some trouble. We are intending to nuke it. Low yield, 0.1 megatons. We think it'll do the job. We can do it in the next 25 minutes, and Nirvana will be out of range of any incidental damage. Fallout is predicted to miss us based on current weather patterns, and it's all within safe limits anyway. But if that doesn't work, maybe
Who else is left?
headshot, tryptophobia. He lists a couple of other people. Shade. No wait, Shade's something else. Never mind.
We killed 2 of them, right?
Yeah, you killed 2. He lists like 5 or 6 people. I don't want to face any of them against this kaiju though. You might be able to take what it can dish out.
Okay.
You gonna let us nuke it?
I mean, can I stop a nuke?
No, but you can cause a lot of problems.
I'll be relaying this over Mind Link, by the way.
I mean, you can all hear it. It's Mind Link. I'm on the Mind Link too. Like, I mean, doesn't hurt the island or whatever, sure. But I've been like, really, you guys should just fuck off at this point. Like, how much trouble has this whole thing been for you?
That's not my decision to make, and you know it. I'm giving the green light for the nuke. If that fails, it's gonna make land either here or right over there. And he points to like the port. Might be heading for Parliament. Fuck knows what it wants. But if the nuke doesn't work and it doesn't slow it down, you can face it either here or there, and we'll back you up. No
Cool.
guarantees after that, though.
She'll nod.
So, Freedom, how do you feel about being a high velocity, what are they called? Orbital drop?
Oh, not again. Sure,
High velocity
I mean,
penetrator.
I'm
We don't have
tired
to
of
do
having
that if
that
you want.
done to me. No, it's just Major Victory used to huck me at things.
Oof. Well, I don't want to be like that guy based on what I've heard. Actually, how much money does he have?
He's dead.
He was super rich, though.
Yeah. I wonder where he left it to in his will. He probably left it to you, but also the FBI's probably just said, nah, we'll have that instead.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
a murder clause for inheritance, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess we're because I can't stop a missile. Do you guys want to try to stop a nuke?
I mean, he'll probably not shoot it if you tell him not to. He's afraid of you. Violet says over the
What do you
link.
What do you guys? What do you guys say, gang?
If a nuke
I'd
will stop
rather-
the thing, do it.
I'd
Yeah,
rather not have irradiated water right next to Nirvana. Plus, with the way that prevailing winds blow, it could blow it right over the island.
a nuclear option is not preferable.
If it's a vote, then it sounds like you're actually the tiebreaker. Freedom.
I didn't hear anything from Sigrid. James?
How do you feel about him nuking
Right.
it while it's still 10 kilometers away?
I say we nuke it.
So yeah,
I don't give a shit.
sounds like you're letting him nuke it while it's 10 kilometers away.
I mean, they're not going to
I'll-
use a massive nuke. They've got small ones.
I'll look at him and say, you can nuke it. If you give me one of those Cubans in your pocket there.
He sighs, pulls out his leather cigar case, slips out big fat Romeo y Julieta #3, big chonker. Do you want it snipping or are you gonna bite it like a savage?
You can snip it.
He cuts the end for you and then passes it over.
Man, she could snip her own thing. She's got her superpowers.
Yeah, you probably could
I
superpower snip it.
I actually mine are pen penetrating.
Ah,
You could try and snip it, but you might end up exploding your cigar.
Yep. But yeah, I'll just watch.
He lights up his. He says, well, I suppose I'm celebrating. And then he walks over to the Jeep. And you can try and overhear some of his conversation if you want.
I'll just walk over with him.
Just walking over with him. You don't really need a roll that he's shouted into the thing. It's like, where go? Operation is on. Get everything prepared. Get the F-11-7A ready. This is not a drill. I want 0.1 kilotons on its face in 20 minutes.
Mind link. Does anyone else want to punch the kaiju? If this doesn't work?
I'm on my way. I should be there by the time they do their thing.
Onesie?
Your onesie.
Might as
James.
well.
If anybody needs rides too, I should have. I think I have shuttles here now.
I will
Peter?
kind of.
I am afraid I am stuck for the moment. Best of luck.
Piotr, give me a HT check, please.
Sure. Bye for.
You managed to recover 1 FP by this point from being careful. A good 15 minutes have passed since the major fights. You can still hear gunfire going on above you though, Piotr. There's stuff happening around them boats, mostly confusion. But it is quieting down a lot.
Did I manage to spread the ice?
The ice is spread fairly thick still, getting thicker. You'd expect these boats to be blocked for at least 6 hours. Even if you just stopped and left right now.
Um,
In general.
What?
I need 2 Black Ops at these locations to pick up some support.
Fly yourself to pick up your support. What the fuck?
Or you could get on your little radio and call in so we have more things to punch the monster in the face.
He's just climbing into the jeep, and he snaps his fingers at the first Marines who were here, pointing guns at you, and says, "Get her what she fucking wants within reason." And then slaps side a jeep, and it starts pulling away back to the main airport building.
Bye, Mickey!
He just sticks his middle finger up. We are turning around.
I double deuce him as he goes.
The Marines still look very nervous around you. He's saying, 2 Black Hawks?
Yep, this location and this location, wherever we want to set up a pickup for the people who are on the other side of the damn island.
People who are on the other side of the damn island, do you want picking up by Black Hawk?
I think some of us are currently underground, like making our way that way.
You can get to the airport entirely underground, but it'd probably take longer than 20 minutes.
Okay. Yes. Get us Black Hawks.
Cool. Pickups.
Alright. They'll manage it. So Black Hawk will land, Sigrid. Nick, are you climbing on it?
Yeah. No, the demon is.
Demon climbs on it.
Good call.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Okay. So
That guy is shitting his pants.
That's why there's 2 Blackhawks. One for the demon, one for
One
Peter.
for
I-
everybody else.
I mean, that guy
cannot-
is probably shitting his pants for 2 reasons. Because number one, a demon climbed in, and then right behind this giant fucking demon climbs in Sigrid.
yeah, that's what I was about to ask. No disguise whatsoever, just Sigrid.
Yeah, just Sigrid.
So it's probably beach where they pick you up, right next to a
yeah.
big storm drain.
He is not gonna be close to what they're trying to pass out as natural cost, so he's gonna get the pickup away.
Piotr, you want to go to the airport as well?
Well, I thought that was
Yeah,
the
that was
intention.
what the second one was for.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, just not on the ice structure because they're trying to pass it up as naturally made. So
No, we're
way back
not.
at the
Naturally
sewer
made.
entrance.
No, no, we're
Well-
not.
It's just a coincidence that happened.
It's just a coincidence. Who would tell?
You get picked up. You do have guns pointed at you for the entire pickup process though, and they don't seem to know what they are doing. They think maybe they're arresting you, but they're not certain. Violet,
He will ask you for food or water if they have it.
they give you a bowl of water.
Yeah, sure, go take it.
They one of them puts an helmet upside down and pours the water bottle into it and holds it out to you.
He just takes the water bottle and drinks it.
Helmet.
Yeah, they empty it into the helmet for you to drink it like a dog kind of thing.
Well, I'll empty it up and then I'll just give them the water bottle and say, next time, just give me the water bottle.
Crush the helmet in your hand like an empty beer can.
Oh, sure.
That
You
would
wanna
scare the
check that?
fuck out of him.
Roll me a
You need to
strength
make a
check.
I doubt you
please.
need a check for that.
Just roll strength.
Nice.
Wait, why is my strength 10?
That happened to me too, with my speed.
Roll 20 does strange things. Try adding one and taking one away. and then clicking again, or just setting it to what it's meant to be?
Mm.
Sorry, I'm trying to do that.
No worries.
Crunch.
No, it's still. Is it because my fatigue is set 1? My fatigue
Oh,
point?
probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you're actually not strong enough to crush his helmet right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling well enough then. He's not gonna do it. He'll just ask for the waterfall to just recharge and get the energy back from all that ice. He's not gonna tell them he made it, but he's just gonna ask them.
So, yes. Demon and Sigrid are on a helicopter. Audrey, how are you getting to the airport, if you go into the airport?
Not going to the airport, but going close to the airport, heading where she is, in like a tall building. Like
Okay.
she wants to watch also, but doesn't
From
actually know where they're headed, and figures she'd rather not meet the military if she doesn't have to.
fair play to you.
That's fair.
Particularly because she wants to meet some of her tech and not have the military see it.
Mhm.
So she's going to meet up with a shuttle up there.
Okay, you're gonna have a shuttle
Ah.
land on the roof.
And she's going to land with the shuttle also. Not go anywhere, but figures it's good to have on hand in case I want to.
Awesome.
And then from like satellite distance, get some eyes on the actual blast and the kaiju for that sake.
You'll be able to see it from here. You'll want eye protection. It's only going to be 10 kilometers away, and it's a clear day.
Awesome.
Just before noon. I put the time in as text chat before game at 7:48 a.m., but it were actually should have been a bit later than that. I'll edit it so that the current time now is around about 11:30 a.m.
Cool.
The day after the sub incident. And I think we're about lined up for another break because I want more liquid, and it's time to do the opposite of that. So yeah,
Waddle.
Wazzling time.
Waddle.
I'm off to the Wazzle Palace. We'll be right back. We're back. Kaiju approaching. By a vote of 3-2, the Americans are going to nuke the thing. I mean, we're probably going to try anyway, regardless of what you said, but they might have seriously considered it if Freedom at the airport said, no, fuck you, I'm going to cause some shit if you drop a nuke. You managed to land just in time, Sigrid, Demon, and Piotr. The group's all reunited. There are by now a good 18 Marines stood around, generally looking very nervous, not pointing guns at you, but all with the fingers right next to the trigger, ready.
How's my FP looking by this point?
It's been 20 minutes, you can gain another 2 back.
Awesome.
You're the last helicopters to land, and the engines get shut immediately off, all the electronics are getting turned off. There is a risk of EMP, even at the very low altitude.
Fuck, EMPs. Shit. EMPs. Oh shit.
I think a lot of people are concerned about that one.
It's a minor risk at the distance, a very minor risk.
Still have to make the HT check, but not at a giant penalty.
Correct.
What would it for electrical? It would be this
Yeah.
considered electrical, like
Anything with the electrical disadvantage. But let me double check the exact penalties, because you may even be at a bonus. I mean, nukes have to be kind of set off at a certain altitude for maximum EMP coverage. This one's going to be detonated at a very low altitude, practically sea level. So the EMP blast might not even really reach you if you're also at sea level. Injuries, illness, fatigue, hazards. I read so much about radiation earlier for no particular reason.
Basically, if any of the radiation damage gets to us at all, we're definitely vulnerable to the EMP.
Oh no, what
I
I
have no
want
idea
is,
how far the good out goes, though.
yeah, what I
that's
want
weird.
is high tech.
HT is based off DR, right?
No, HT is generally 12 for rugged electronic things. Like your suit, it's
Okay.
probably 12.
For a lot of afflictions, you get a bonus to it based on your DR, but not standard.
Explosives and incendiaries in high-tech, nuclear weapons, EMP. Yeah, you're not at risk of it at this range, is what I'm
Okay.
gonna say.
She puts on sunglasses.
Everyone is advised to look away from the blast. A siren goes off.
I think everyone should have to declare if they're looking or not before he actually tells us what happens.
Pretty much. Are you looking in that direction?
I'm not
or
looking.
And have you got
Nobody's looking
shielded
to
eyes?
Sigrid.
Absolutely.
I've
looking.
looked.
Yeah.
I've looked at a nuke before. It's
Yep.
a pain in the ass. Okay, she'll just. I've seen it before, and then like look away.
You can look
Sigrid's
straight
Why are we
Yeah.
back.
looking away?
Both Sigrids. Like, wait, why everyone turn around? And then, my eyes! It burns.
Do you imagine being one of those Marines right now and seeing a Sigrid, two Sigrids, one with a Sharpie 2 written on their forehead? These poor
Right.
Marines.
Am I already at that page in high tech? I am already at that page in high tech. It manages to hit practically bang on it. You've got footage
Bang on.
now, and you can see it, and it's actually walking on the surface of the water, as if, you know, the water was land. It is giant, creepy Jesus right now. Once again, it is a spindly, lanky figure, legs that just end in points. It is also composed of shadow and smoke. It has got fingers, but only what look like 2, and a thumb on each hand. And its head just has this strange, glowy, fiery eye in the centre that's surrounded by a sort of constantly swirling spiral of smoke. And it looks
Well, I
like
guess nuke didn't work.
looks like a direct hit. Well, let's see how much damage it manages to do. 10,200 crushing explosive with a linked, and you only divide this by distance from the blast, not distance multiplied by 3. 10,800. And you are more than 10 kilometers from the blast, so you don't take 800 radiation there. You're currently at 12 kilometers from the blast.
Some birds get fried on that island in the corner.
Yeah, which way is the wind blowing?
B- 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 Northwest.
Classic scatter chart. I love it.
The wind is blowing in this direction. It's changed suddenly. It was kind of blowing northeast, but it's sort of started shifting. And then the hot blast of air hits all your faces. Strong wind coming from that direction. Loud, loud rumble of thunder. Camera footage comes back up. Zooming in. Can't see anything there. Nothing's emerged from the other side of where the nuke struck. There's a big wave spreading out from it, you know, that'll make a good surfing if anyone were out on beaches when it arrives in 20 minutes.
Yes, radioactive water.
If we declare victory, we might hurry down. Big if.
5 more pensive minutes pass. Anyone else? Anyone got anything they want to discuss? No
I
sign
mean,
of
I'm
it
just
yet.
smoking the cigar. Just waiting for
Smoking
the
the
other two to
cigar?
drop.
You're just resting, mostly just snacking and whatever he can get his hands into.
I think Sigrid is watching all these Marines, like, making the plan on taking them down.
Give me observation, please. You're planning your escape.
Damn it.
There's a lot of them. You're a bit too nervous.
Default is perception minus what?
5? Probably 5.
Nope.
Violet will hop onto the shuttle and get some altitude and get a little closer to see if they can see anything from the air. They will be cloaking
Cool.
because I think at this point the Americans are going to shoot anything down they see.
Almost definitely. Give me a stealth check as well, please.
Mhm.
And piloting, I'm guessing.
I'm going to luck that stealth check.
Cool. I think you're working with either a +10 or they're at a -10 for the cloak.
I think it's a minus. You don't get bonuses for stealth for stuff like that.
I think it's -6.
-6. Thank you. And you're taking that success by 8, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You don't
Definitely.
seem to be detected.
You asked for also piloting, you said.
You will get in closest first. You do start picking up excess radiation. You know, the kind of amount that would be consistent with a nuke having been set off in the vicinity.
Any sign of stuff in the water?
Vision,
The water's
please.
pretty good at blocking scanning, so
Yeah,
hard to say.
vision rather than sensors, because you can't see anything below the surface.
Mhm.
You're not set up for anti-sub warfare.
No.
Nothing visible on surface.
And you guys would see this as well, because sharing.
Sharing. It's a thing now. That's a reference.
Well, this
Okay.
was anticlimactic.
It's not dead. It's never dead.
Another 5 minutes pass. People who are low on FP regain 1 more. Vision, please, Violet.
Will do.
Flying low over the water, probably we in.
No.
Oh, very high, right? Very
yes.
high. But
we're not just hiding from the monster. We're hiding from people that are looking for the monster.
you've got
Would I
fancy
be able to?
telescopic visions.
Yeah, I got level 15 of telescopic vision. Would I be able to see any of this?
Holy shit.
Better than I can, that's for sure.
Yeah, so you could zoom right in on the water, even from just stood there. Roll
Cool.
vision, please. Just straight up. Nope.
Look, a nuke just went off. All of us have a little bit of afterglow going on.
I think we fucking got it,
I should raise vision.
says McDonald.
Well, I hope we fucking did.
And then
Yeah.
I was actually about to say, and as soon as he says that, freedom will go, and then 5, 4, 3.
you get cut
2.
off by
She's a
bright
know-it-all, but she
light.
can't be right.
a lot closer than it should be, based on the speed it had been moving before. Less than a kilometre away from the airport. A huge beam emerges from the water. A red hot, thick, fat laser that maintains for more than a second as it arcs through the sky and straight up cuts an helicopter in half.
Well.
and I'll say 1 as I give McDonald like the side eye.
So, how big is that thing?
SM-10. Its head emerges from the water at 1 kilometer range.
Oh, I might have undercharged.
Undercharged. It takes a step. Its shoulders appear. Cancel that. The nuke did not do it. It only fucking sped it up, if anything.
We really should have learned from Godzilla.
Oh no! There goes Tokyo! But yes, we do need our own kaiju.
I have a kaiju build ready.
How do we get kaiju?
It's not good enough for this thing, I'm afraid.
I mean, 6 months of building.
Yeah, probably. Well, anybody else have any ideas?
Yep, she's getting in the helicopter.
The demon follows her.
Europe, kid.
And any sign of the nuke actually damaging it at all?
It looks like it was harmed pretty bad, but it seems to have some kind of regenerative capability.
Mhm.
It is now climbing back out of the water as it approaches the airport, so that it's once again walking on it, and you can see that it's missing a good half of its body. It's only got one arm, but its body is growing back, and the arm coming back out of the socket.
Pulling back the helicopter. Whoever wants to suicide with me, let's go!
There's a demon on that helicopter.
Oh,
He
the
tries
things I
to
do
put
for
the
money.
headphones on to be able to talk, and then they won't fit over his horns, so he just throws them to the side.
And I just look at you like on top of the side of our head as you do it, and then just start to take off.
Sigrid 2 looks at you, Sigrid 1.
Sigrid 1 looks back at Sigrid 2.
Sigrid 2 jumps on the helicopter.
Sigrid 1 slumps a little bit, like, forward, and then gets on the helicopter.
Okay.
Like, ugh. Damn you, Sigrid 1, or 2.
Maybe ask the general to use their missiles before you get there.
No, start shooting it now. I'll yell at the general, shoot it! As we're
He's
taking
kind of
off.
just staring with his mouth open through his binoculars. And then he
Fucking
yells, yeah, like,
shoot it!
open fire! And then, like, 3 seconds later, deafening volley of missile artillery.
By 3 seconds, I am moving at real quick. I don't feel like doing the math.
Are you holding freedom?
No, we're in the helicopter.
Oh,
She's
okay.
in the helicopter. I'm just going to do flyby runs on this thing to pull attention.
So yeah, how far do you move in 1 second? Is that 3 seconds right there?
Let's see here. 24, 48. 1 second, actually. I can calculate this out. Give me a second.
Good news, Violet. I think you might not have to pay him all the money.
I paid him up front.
No!
Oh.
He probably
Well-
has it on him.
Nice.
Well, if he has it on
3
him,
seconds only gives me 158.
But then how
meters. I don't
fast do
know
you
how much
move in every second after that?
After that, it doubles again. To 172. So by 4 seconds, I'll be moving at 172 per second.
Like 10 seconds. At 10 seconds, you're gonna intercept this thing. You will arrive.
At 10 seconds, I'm moving at my full speed.
You will arrive moments after the missiles hit. its arm is pretty much fully regrown just as the first missiles hit. They do, stagger it ever so slightly, but they make no discernible impact. It lumbers, taking another step forward. Its eyes, still glowing red slightly from the laser blast it did from it.
Alright, should we do official turn order now, or still pre-turn order?
Maybe we should go to official turn order.
Not sure
Yeah,
if I could
probably.
get some more feedback before that, or 4 would be the best.
Oh, where? Sorry? What? Say again?
I was asking if I could get if we get more FP back, or 4 would be the most we get.
That's whatever I've given you back so far is how much you've got back so far.
Yeah.
I mean, Sigurd can heal though, right?
Not FP.
Ah, fair.
Everyone, re-roll your speeds, please, if you've changed your name to something else.
Oh. Yeah, that explains it.
It's 9 o'clock.
What?
Nani?
No, you, Colin.
No, I had hit points on my sheet from last time.
Oh, I thought you heard you yawning and.
Oh, no. I've had 2 weeks to adjust to a normal person's schedule.
Fair enough.
Never heard of it.
Can you delete Nick so I can re-roll?
I think it'll overwrite.
Yeah,
Will
it
it?
looks fine to me.
It didn't.
You have to click on your token.
I have my token clicked.
Shows 5.1 to me, or are you after demon
Yeah,
speed?
but it should. Yeah, I'm at demon speed.
Did you? I think Nick is showing, and you need the demon to be showing.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I can delete Nick, yeah. Bye, Nick.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I'm not going to bother with a seconds counter right now. So, Freedom, you're flying your helicopter over there. You're still accelerating, it'll take you a little bit longer.
Yep.
Demon, you're in the helicopter. Sigrid's, you're in the helicopter. CD, you're in spitting distance.
There are, side note, weapons in this thing.
There are weapons in this thing.
Yeah,
Does this
there
guide
it should
you?
just be a couple of 7.62 defensive weapons.
Yeah, Rambo guns. Elton, do you just fly around it?
Oh, sorry, it's my turn.
Yeah. It says
Okay, got
violence.
it.
I accidentally skipped past you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna shoot it a couple times, just start drawing its attention.
Ping, ping. Size modifier 10, so a plus 10 to hit.
Roll for it's a high.
I at -8, right? Or is it -10?
Yeah,
Minus
so
9.
that's an effective of 22. Either 20 or 22, depending.
Like when you're dealing with SM10, you always aim for a place.
I'll roll the 3d.
Come on, another crit, another crit, another crit, another. That's something.
7 on the crit table is any damage penetrating DR is a major wound. Show me your damages it does not attempt to dodge. Armor device 2. They have
Yep.
they have no effect whatsoever. The the like slashes you see through the air penetrate that smokiness that covers it and just disappear, swallowed by it like nothing at all. How close are you?
I would be at my, let's see here, let's say 100 feet, 100 meters.
Okay, cool. Helicopter gets a bit closer. Violet, you just observing still in your shuttle?
Getting closer, but we massively overshot to investigate where it disappeared. So she's flying back right now.
So the thing gets hit by a couple of missiles, but just carries on plodding forwards. Does not seem to be paying any attention to Elton yet whatsoever. And this will carry on for a few turns, especially if you stay 100 meters away, Elton.
Yeah, just 100 meters. Just zooming around. Basically, I'm zooming back and forth. Every time I get within 100 meters, I shoot them and then I continue moving.
Okay, cool. So helicopter, it'll probably take you half a minute, 30 seconds to get close. Elton, you're flapping around that thing. Roll flight for me, please.
Okay.
Not you, sorry. Although I would like piloting if you've not already done it.
Oh, I've done it once. I made about 1.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, no, you're fine for flying towards that thing a minute. And Elton, you only lose 1 FP from this flying around you're doing a minute.
Guys, I can't hurt this thing.
That is the impression you get. You blast it so many times and it's not even recognized you yet.
You haven't
Back off and spot for any damage other people do. See if somebody finds a weak spot.
I'll keep an eye out. I'm still going to be zooming, though, because I don't want to get hit.
And back up. Somebody might have a big weapon.
Hey, big guy.
I guess that's me.
How hard can you huck people?
Not. I'm not that strong.
Cool.
Yeah, it's sad.
All right, I'm gonna fly right over it then.
Yeah, do, because the demon
Yeah.
will jump out at it.
Then click it on autopilot just to hover mode, and then just jump, and we're all fucking jumping.
Yeah, I foresee everybody's just jumping.
Yeah, even the biggest missiles that hit its eye don't even make it blink.
And then here we are about to jump on it.
Yeah.
Alright. What kind of roll do you want? Jumping? Acrobatics?
So how close are you getting with that helicopter? Once
I
you
mean,
get
so
to
we
about
don't kill the bear.
once you get to about 80 meters away, and Everoth, you can recover 1 more FP because you've just been lying, panting in the helicopter as it flies over you. If you're getting
It's
closer
gonna
to
shoot at us while we're 80 meters away.
80 meters away, it will
Hello?
likely take a shot. Hello?
Hi, we can hear you now.
Oh, it's been a little bit since this happened. I'll be back in a minute.
You need Dave.
Dodge, please. Yeah. Half helicopter plus 3.
All right.
Can be feverish.
Helicopter.
It is the eyeball beam blast. It will go past you almost a kilometer, reaching nearly to the airport, this beam, for people who look to see where it ends. You're currently
Not
about
good.
130 meters above
Oh!
the sea.
By 1, and we made it by 1.
You dodge, it zaps. You maneuvering a bit closer. Give me another piloting check, please. Just a straight up one. Is that what the 9 is?
That was
that
my
was your
dodge.
dodge.
Okay.
What's the
I think I crashed into its eye.
stability rating on the S? Ah, 2. No, you do not crash,
Okay.
but you overshoot, wobble past it. Anyone who wants to can still attempt to jump as it's flying past its head. Demon, you're up. You kind of stood in the opening. You're doing it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm doing it.
You manage it.
Luke, do you want to
Go on.
just do a big humanoid figure on like this map, just so at the very least we can like position ourselves where we're landing?
Or like for you to draw yourselves on it.
Well, like maybe a battle map, just so we can be like, well, I'm on the shoulder now. Like just a quick like really empty fight thing. Oh wait, but we'd have to re-roll. Like,
I think he's drawn it there. You just
There
put
you go.
yourselves on the figure.
That's roughly correct.
Is it roughly correct scale?
No, probably not. It's 100 meters tall. Like the top of its head is 98 meters.
Can you grab it and just like expand it to like 3 times the size?
Yeah, probably could. I'm gonna get Sigrid as well, though. Please step away from the kaiju. Is that like 3 times the size? Does that look about right?
That feels like
That works.
100 meters ish. It's probably too small to be honest, but at least it's big enough that we can put ourselves on various parts of it.
Cool. It's very ugly. Oh well.
So now we're treating the map less as a map and more of a sort of a we're looking
Reference
from the
guide.
side.
Yeah,
We're looking from the side, not from the top.
correct. And it's just, you know, very esoteric.
Cool.
The length of these runways here should be about 4,000 feet.
What's that in kilometers?
Or
Well, but it needs to be relative to our figure sizes, not the actual map scale.
Okay.
I don't think it really matters ultimately.
It does not.
this is just for placement sake.
You aimed for the
Okay.
head.
He's going for the eye.
You land.
Like, sword
like-
first.
Okay. Make me an attack, please. It's a plus. Wait, what's your size modifier?
2.
+8 for size. If you
+8
go
for
into
size.
the eye, -9 for location, -1 to hit the eye. You made that jumping roll. It's a moving attack as well, though. So
Even if you put another 6 points of penalties on me, I would have still made it.
not when your verse is a 9.
Oh, except that would have been a thrust when I roll damage.
For
And I'm
moving,
sorry, you just said,
yeah, for moving and
oh,
attacking,
is versus the 9. You're right.
because you're jumping
balls.
out of the. But you do manage to land on it with your sword
Okay.
in your hand, like gripping to the side of its smoky face. It's strange. Your hand goes in until you can't see it, and then it reaches a very firm, hard barrier. Sigrid, likewise, you land on it.
Sticker 2.
Do you spend the turn getting your foot in? Or are you trying to
Yeah.
move in and attack in as well?
No, I think she's gonna get her footing. There's no reason to move and attack. It's not like we're gonna do anything.
Elton?
I'm going to continue shooting it until it notices me.
Other Sigrid lands, but barely. She is currently kneeling on a shoulder. I should bring her on.
all aimed at the eye. I don't think I do any damage, but
No. Violet still flying over now from the other direction, but very high
Uh,
up.
since we skipped a few rounds, she would be here by now.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did skip a few.
100 yards up, because that offsets the size penalty. She's gonna check this thing out with her detect mind, just trying to get a sense of what the hell this thing is.
Roll perception, please.
That's why I'm 100 yards out, because it's a -10, which offsets the +10.
Lol.
Miss Schmurdy Pants.
I don't like math. It's hard.
You're not sensing any mind, which is strange. But also, you're sensing some kind of barrier.
Okay. Some kind of shielding or obfuscation.
Magical in nature. It's more like its mind is not in this dimension.
Cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, you think that and then think, oh, it's like it's not even in this dimension. Cool. And then Sigrid's on the mind like, not
Absolutely.
All right, come on, Ev. You can land this. We believe in you.
Cool. Yeah, jumping or acrobatics or just DX, please, Piotr.
That is my issue. I don't have acrobatics. I don't have the. But
Well, there's no pilot in the helicopter anymore.
yeah,
I mean, he could pilot it.
Fortunately,
I don't know
underneath-
how.
Wait, Freedom.
No, there is.
Yeah, Freedom's
I
still
haven't jumped
flying
yet.
it. She's not
Oh,
jumping.
Oh, okay. I guess I can try my best with just a sturdy check. Here goes nothing. Oh, on the nose.
So you land,
Nice.
you fall on your face. Roll me climbing, please.
That I can do.
Probably get a bonus for those claws too.
You manage to get a grip and not quite slide off, but you are prone right now.
Place yourself on the mannequin.
I brought you over. So let's see. Let's roll a 1d2. That's an S. That's still an S. 2. It brings its arm up to try and grab Sigrid number 2. Potentially succeeding. She attempts a dodge. She manages it, even though she's currently prone. She spends an FP doing it, but she rolls out of the way of its arm. It also turns its face towards the helicopter that just flew past. The spiral around its eyeballs starts swirling fast, and the eye glows red. Freedom.
I'm gonna crash into its eye.
Piloting check, please. You make a turn that a helicopter is not intended to make. It is upside down, but it connects with its eye.
I am laughing the entire way, by the way.
Fire explodes around you. There's a demon on its eye. A helicopter's crashing into its face right now.
Try and interpose as much of the head in between me and the helicopter as possible.
Dodge and retreat is technically a dodge and drop. I think I will need you to go kind of prone for this.
That's totally fair.
Dive for cover behind it.
You know what? Regular dodge. No. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm fine.
Demon's fine. Backflips over the head.
While
Helicopter.
cackling maniacally and making eye contact with an approving grin as Freedom crashes the helicopter into the thing's face.
Huge explosion. Wreckage of helicopter sliding down its body, splashing into the water at its feet. fire licking at the shoulders, splashing onto, like, the Sigrids, but not really taking.
You want acrobatics to try to land somewhere fun?
You're like
Or
leaping
stick
at the
to
last
the-
second.
If possible.
Acrobatics for sure. Every time. Every time.
Going for the fucking eye!
So, smoke clears, and you're there, an inch away from its eye. You can attempt to move an attack if you'd like.
Oh, my attack, my round was to... Oh, movement
Oh.
attack. I see what you're saying.
No,
Okay.
yeah, never mind. Your attack this round was
Yeah.
crashing the helicopter. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
next round I can punch it.
you appear out of the smoke and land on its eye.
Tackling.
Demon.
We're gonna try and find an ear. Or an ear canal?
Nothing of the sort.
No? Alright, well then just a thrust to the eye.
You,
I guess, is that a move and attack with a
Mm.
climb?
if you got to your knees, it would be. If you stayed prone, it wouldn't be. There's a penalty, probably -4.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just stay prone. So it's -4 plus minus what for the eye?
9
Oh, I just 9.
plus 8, -5 overall.
Melee, sword, thrust. Minus. You just told me 5.
No problem.
Except I hit enter. Oh, there you go.
Roll the majiggy.
Must have double.
I'll take the crit because it's funnier.
Okay.
Maybe you can roll at something where DR doesn't exist. 13 is critical head blow table. Nah, nothing special. It'd cause severe scarring.
Oh.
Yeah, no, your sword comes to a dead stop against the eyeball. It is starting to glow red hot. It's
The sword? Or the
no,
eyeball?
The eyeball, still. It's pointed just straight forwards now. You're not directly in front of it though, Sigrid.
Wait, I'm sorry. Just a little prompt here. My power source is magical instead of metahuman or cosmic or any of the others, just if that would make any difference.
I think it's his also.
Nah, it's a bit fancier. Sigrid's.
Alright, so
Sigrid,
this Sigrid,
Sigrid too is scrambling to her feet. She is back on her feet now, but clumsily.
Prime Sigrid, the real Sig Shady, is, she's just gonna, like, sigh and sling her shotgun, pull out the grenade launcher, and just, like, roll the tube. That's Sigrid this turn.
Elton?
Quick question about collision, and also something that came up earlier. Damage that would cripple a limb means that it just deals enough damage to cripple a limb and doesn't continue on?
Correct. It caps.
Cool.
Unless,
Shield Slam uses my shield skill, right?
unless it's an injury from a collision. And then you roll hit location and add excess damage to the next location. And continue until there's no limbs left to cripple. Or until you die because you bashed your lungs up.
Okay. Well, Shield Slam states that the shield takes the damage instead of you. Would that mean it wouldn't carry on? I never got a solid answer on this.
I feel like it probably would carry on into your arm.
Oh.
But on a successful attack roll, it wouldn't go past your arm.
Okay. What would be a good hit location? That way I still have, because I only have a base of 14 on this.
Aye. You're a plus 10 minus 9.
Yeah, if I go for the eye. Be a 15, still really likely to hit out of 15.
Yep.
Should I just go for the 15? Should I go for rolling versus a 15, guys?
I go for rolling versus 11s, bro.
Yeah.
I believe in 14 and 15s, but that's because I roll shitty.
Okay. Can you telegraph a shield slam?
Yeah.
To add extra to hit?
I
Yep.
mean, he's gonna see it coming.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put as much telegraph as I can, just as long as it doesn't affect damage or anything, right?
Yeah, no, it will not.
How
You
many
can
telegraphs
telegraph
can I
it.
put on?
You can add all out strong if you want.
What does
Do it.
all out strong do?
Plus 1 damage per dice.
Okay.
And
Cool.
telegraph gives you a plus 4, so you'd be rolling against a 19.
Although if you're
Yeah, I'll do
all
that.
out, you can't defend.
Yeah, if you go all out, you can't
That's fine.
defend. Again, the eyeball is charging.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Okay, so versus a 19, total of plus 5. Not going to try and dodge?
No, it's not so
Alright.
far, it looks like.
This is plus an additional 115 damage because of strong.
Okay. How fast were you going?
768. I put it in the collision calculator.
Yeah. Yep. I will now do that with me. And see how much damage your shield takes. How
Oh,
fast?
does he count as a hard object? Because if so, I actually got to re-roll that.
He is indeed a hard object once you hit.
Cool, I'm going to actually re-roll that. That way it's the proper damage.
Cool.
So it's actually plus 230.
And what was the velocity again?
768. I have 15 HP, counts as 30 because I'm ramming into a hard object.
Your arm explodes.
Yeah.
You glance off him, and you no longer have an arm on your arm. You just have a shoulder with a broken, splintered bone and sagging, flapping flesh.
Did I hurt it?
You guys saw this thing get nuked, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much damage a nuke does.
I rolled the nuke damage.
10,000.
Yeah, it came out at like
Oh, that's what that was?
10,000 and then 10,000 again.
To be fair, though, the nuke damaged it. So,
And it did damage it. It seemed to like knock it down to maybe, quite a bit. But then
now we're looking for what the lower bound of damaging is.
it regenerated, and that, it seems, was not quite close enough.
Really? Over 1,000 damage wasn't enough to actually hurt it?
Not quite. Violet,
Oh, fuck this.
you see his arm come off.
What the hell, Elton? Can you just spell it? And she seems to be speaking not at you directly, but maybe somebody else in your head.
Oh my. Piotr.
How much health damage does a limb have, actually?
Half your HP.
Fuck. Okay.
That's a
Rounded
major
up or
wound
down?
as well. Rounded up.
Cool.
And yeah, so roll HT for the major wound.
God, that hurt.
Yeah, it did. Gonna hurt even more in a couple of minutes, I reckon. Piotr, you're on its shoulder. We don't hear you if you're talking.
No, I was waiting for you to finish. I guess I'm going to breathe on it. maybe we can do anything about the HP, but I'll see what I can do with this. Not sure if that hits.
It hit.
Yes. You have a plus 10 right now.
Oh. Then this would be with armor divisor 10. Oh, sorry. Wrong.
It's not the malediction, is it?
No, this is the freezing bread. I'm trying to see if FP damage does something to this thing.
It does not seem to affect it. It's like you feel the cold spreading around, but it just doesn't seem to really do much. Perhaps no response whatsoever. Its eye beam goes off.
I was hoping it was gonna take 2 turns. Am I in? I assume I'm in its path. Is it how wide? Is it the entire eye? Is it just the pupil? Like,
It's not
Well,
quite
shit.
the whole eye.
where am I on the eye?
Elton, you're safe. You glanced off it, given the speed you were moving.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was about to say, well, that fucking sucks.
You can attempt to dodge freedom, or dodge and drop. Or
Would it,
go on.
I'm gonna just do a regular dodge. I want to still be able to hit it in its eye next turn.
Let's just make sure it doesn't crit fail and blow its head up or anything. Nope.
I'm gonna make this all out. So it's gonna be the plus, not all out. Sorry. Feverish.
Feverish.
So
Plus
plus
2 for an FP.
Nope. Still failed.
Oh shit, bro.
This might be the end of freedom.
Nah,
Deal damage.
You'll probably be alright. Armor divisor 5.
Okay.
1,102.
I don't think I'm alright.
Ouch.
Burning. You also feel your Geiger counter light up to the moon. What's your DR?
100.
Oh, shite.
I'm still probably okay.
Oh, injury tolerance armor. Oh, damage reduction. Yes.
I mean, but by some definitions of okay.
Here.
Yeah.
I mean, she has a lot of hit points also.
You said armor divisor 5?
Armor divisor 5. How many levels of hardened you got?
I have damage resistant hardened 4.
Yeah, no armor divisor then.
I don't know why I did the 125 divided by 5. I was being stupid.
Your suit's electronics crackle and fizz, but they don't entirely fail.
I also have radiation tolerance.
Ooh, what's your radiation tolerance?
Radiation tolerance, divisor 50.
Divisor 50. Okay, so yeah, your armor doesn't protect against it. Unless that's from your armor, in which case that's what protecting against it. Okay, yeah, that's a much more reasonable dose of radiation than 1,102.
So I took what, 6 damage? No.
No,
What
no.
was that? Oh, that was. All right, so it's armor divisor 2 then, if it's a burst of 4. So that's 500.
No, it's it goes 5, 3, 2, 1. So no armor divisor.
Oh, okay.
So your full armor protects, and 1,002 damage gets through.
Got 1,002, and then so that is
And what's your damage reduction? 4.
4, I think. So 200 damage.
250. 1.
250 damage.
What's your max HP?
I think I'm dead.
Oof.
Awesome. Yeah. I have normal Pearson HP. I think I get vaporized.
Crisped to a cinder.
Wow. God damn.
Can I do something cinematic while that's happening, Luke?
Of course.
Can I make a valiant death punch just to see?
You can.
Oh,
And
God.
dodges into the eye instead of away.
I wish
Oh.
I could go in there and fucking grab you instead. But oof.
It's fine. This is she is playing. I'm playing her as it is, and
Live by the overconfidence, die by the overconfidence.
yep.
Yeah.
That's a great hit.
That also means I failed my job, though. That sucks.
Armor divisor 10.
Yeah. No effect. Would have had an effect if it weren't for its cosmic nature.
Wah wah. There goes freedom. She was laughing the entire time.
Yes, she was.
Awesome.
At the same
I-
time, it is swinging an arm up, potentially grabbing. What's interesting is when you're big, your size modifier difference is a bonus to grapples. That explains how humans can grab mice and such. 1d2.
2 hit is still.
I'm going for Sigrid 2 again. She attempts to dodge and retreat. She is not successful this time. Sigrid number 2 has been grappled. Freedom is but a breath of air, although I think there is a means to save her, depending on how weird and cheesy we want to be about it. Demon.
How long have we determined it is between eye bursts?
When it starts charging, it will go off on the next second, it seems.
Okay. I am just going to try and I'm going to try and move to a position where I can attempt to move the head sharply and quickly.
Okay.
Like, I know I'm not going to win a tug of war against this thing's neck, but I'm hoping I can surprise it.
I see. Yeah. You spend your full turn getting into a good position.
Yes, braced feet.
It doesn't even need that much move in, so I'll let you take an evaluate as well for a +1 to your next attack.
Okay.
Siggy.
Sigrid is going to shoot at the wrist that has grabbed the other Sigrid.
Aye aye.
What is the distance?
Distance is like 20 meters probably.
So -6.
No, not even that because it's reached over. It's like 10 meters.
So -4. I don't know, what's the penalty for the wrist?
-4.
So
+10.
+1 or +2.
Also, Luke.
You hit. I've seen your
Above that.
message.
Okay.
I highly doubt this does a thing.
Yeah, nothing unfortunately. Swallowed by the smoke, and then you see like the blast come out or just from under its skin, hitting some impervious barrier there. Elton, you managed to maintain flight. Your wings fine, arm and shield not so much.
Well, let's see here. Failed half my mission, losing an arm, rapidly bleeding out. Does it have a mouth?
Just the eyes.
Well, there goes the plan to try and blow it up from the inside.
No butthole visible.
I'm gonna roll versus stubborn real quick.
Hit. Nice.
Yeah. Violet, I'll refund you the money.
Fucker.
I think I might be about to die.
Big
You can take it
squat.
off my corpse.
You see,
I'll
on,
Venmo you.
on your zoomed in telescopic footage, Violet, you see like a big squirt of blood fly out of his shoulder as he's coughing that into mental link.
Oh god, where can I hurt this thing? Fuck. I really don't have any way to hurt it. I don't know how it can be useful here.
You can team up with me to tilt its head to point down at its.
I have one arm and a strength of 10.
Well, whatever you just did seems to have worked. Might have worked. I don't know.
Oh, you want to make it shoot itself? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay,
That might work.
I can try to move it. You're paying for the medical bills.
Nick can afford it, but we gotta wait until its eyes light up.
Does anyone have another riot shield? I only carry the one on me.
Piotr
I
can
think
make
you're
an ice shield in
expecting
an
this one.
instant.
Oh yeah.
I'll fucking just go over by Piotr.
Sorry, it's Violet.
Try bracing next to Sigrid. Maybe she'll bleed on you. Violet is going to spend the round digging through her mind for demon lore. Ideally, does this thing have any potential weaknesses or ways of getting past that barrier of mist type stuff?
Roll me both another research, -4, and the demon lore if you've got it. If you've not got
Will do.
demon lore, give me an IQ at -6.
Did you say research at a minus?
-4 for the research. Oh, what a roll. Okay. You've been looking backwards in this whole thing. And you suddenly just like... What were the last thing Big D did? Or, you know, what were the last thing the Mind Mass did or said? Oh, with that Hidden Lord Demon as well. You come to the realization that the last message that the Mind Mass sent through the rift, and what likely called this thing through, was destroy her, meaning Sigrid. And it is probably not going to exist long after it's finished that. Based on what kind of thing this is that the Mind Mass asked for and got.
So generally, when she's digging through minds and is connected to people, she does her best to minimize what you guys get, but you get the gist of it a bit. She attempts to shut that off when she realizes what she's seeing, and she realizes that Sigrid's seeing it also. But I'm pretty sure Sigrid puts it together quickly as well. Basically, Violet tries to stop figuring out the answer when she realizes the answer is potentially Sigrid dying.
Which Sigrid?
Right, that was my thought too.
It might not matter.
It's on a mission. It doesn't know.
Other Sigrid's like, shit. Let it happen. Piotr?
But Violet is definitely against the plan of having a Sigrid sacrifice themselves, but accidentally let it out.
I have a question.
Yep.
Malediction is not going to do anything to this thing, right?
Malediction might do something to this thing.
am I able to do malediction and help Elton with by just slapping a piece of ice as if it was a shield in the same turn, or that
No,
would be too super
it,
active?
it'd either be produce the shield or attempt to malediction.
The thing is, I cannot control create at the same turn. It would be first create, so I would have to take 2 turns making you a shield city.
No, I feel like you can do it on the same one.
Okay.
You just create
It's
it,
up to you.
and it creates into the flat shape anyway of a shield. So yeah, I think you'd be all right to make just a shield.
Your
Okay.
pick, my friend.
I'll give you the shield and I'll try to maledict the next turn.
Cool.
Shield gets produced. Stalker's eye begins to start glowing red hot. The iris spins that creepy spiral, and at the same time, it moves its arm that is holding Sigrid 2 and brings her to a dangle in front of its eyeball, holding her like it's inspecting a little bug. Demon.
Gonna take another evaluate.
Koi. Seems like eyeball will probably go off at the end of this turn.
Oh, then I will prepare. Oh, you know what? Well, okay. Did we decide over the link that we're letting it fry Sigrid too?
Violet voted
that's-
against that.
That can still
Okay.
be discussed in real time. Audrey has voted against sacrificing a Sigrid. A Sigrid has voted. The Sigrid who it's gonna be in this next second has voted to do it. Fucking do it.
Then yeah. Okay. When I want to hold my action and then shove its head as sharply as I can when it's trying to incinerate Sigrid too. But since it's holding her in front of his eye, instead of shoving the head down, which is much farther to travel, I'm going to try and shove it to the side so that it will hopefully incinerate the arm instead of whatever it's holding in its hand.
Okay, so you want to point it upwards, make it sever its wrist if possible.
Exactly.
Drop Sigrid 2 in the water, that'd be pretty cool. Sigrid?
Simultaneously, Sigrid is going to shoot Sigrid on an ROF 3.
You're gonna shoot Sigrid.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Not waiting to do it, you're just doing it.
Yeah.
She could attempt to dodge at a -4. She sees it coming because she's mentally linked to you, and she's like, "What the fuck, dude? What's the reason for this?" If you're transmitting that, you could suppress it.
Saving your life.
She fails a dodge, you hit.
Sigrid's about to
1,
jump into a laser. Shoot
2,
Sigrid first.
3.
She's not got any armor on. She is splattered to bits.
That might be disqualification of destroy her.
Depends on how much they actually know about Sigrid.
Seems like a lot of damage. Major wound check. Consciousness check.
Feel confident that that should be 300 puts me down.
Is that enough?
So that's what 100, 172, 180, 220, 230, 247, 256. Ooh, not quite. 256 plus 18 is
You're at 274.
What's the damage type? Soul crushing and burning.
crushing incendiary. Crushing explosive.
Are the follow-ups crushing explosive?
The follow-up is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those do vitals damage ×3 when they're inside someone's body. So, I'm gonna say cinematically, you hit the limit, and Sigrid has been reduced to a few bones. Very meaty bones.
that are falling on fire towards the ocean.
Yep. CD, you holding an ice shield?
Cool. Did I maintain my speed?
You would have
Or-
had to come to a fair slowdown, so you'd be within your base set of move, I'd say. Unless you give me an aerobatics. and
Yeah, I'll
then-
give you an aerobatics.
And then I'll let you be up to 50. Yeah. -3, yeah.
Cool. So I don't main. So how many turns do I need to get to my full speed now?
I'm not sure. You'd be moving at 50 right now.
Oh, that's not even one level of enhanced move for me. Or no, that's one level of enhanced move.
Gotta slow down a fair bit to catch that shield, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Let's here. So I'd be moving at 2 levels of enhanced speed. How much is that? So 96. Sorry, I'm just calculating.
No worries.
Nowhere near as much damage. Holy crap, it cuts it down to like a tenth. Really should have taken instantaneous acceleration. But there's a chance I can slightly move the head, maybe? And it will hit its own hand? Alright, let's fucking do this. Roll versus a 19 again.
Well, we want to wait for it to just start the eye thing.
Yeah, so you're waiting to do this at the end of this
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, once it fires the eye.
Violet.
Oh, I will give the thought of I'm charging double.
There's that. No, this is not an eye roll situation at this point, but she kind of ignores the charging double thing and watches. I'm not sure if she can do much at this point.
Piotr. Trying the malediction.
Definitely trying the malediction. That was with HT, right? Or only he rolled?
No, you need to make a roll to attempt it.
I just don't remember if it was a skill roll or the HT. No, it has to be the HT.
Success by 7. Oh, it resists. Rule of 16 applies, essentially.
Okay.
But you do feel that something's potentially getting through. It kind of notices you.
Yeah, it can be good.
The head seems like it's
No.
gonna start turning towards Piotr. Everyone, this is your time to shine. It reaches the brightest point.
Running around at the speed of sound.
Good luck, guys.
Escape from the city.
Go, Sonic!
Sonic times.
I forgot I only have 8 HP now.
Successes. The head tilts slightly. Elton,
Rolling damage?
that
I'm
ice
not rolling damage.
the ice shield shatters, and just ends up doing 1d6 to your arm because of the way it shatters. 3 damage. The head tilts slightly, the laser beam goes off. On a 1 or a 6, it hits its arm.
Damn it.
Wah wah.
It hits those falling bits of Sigrid too.
Oh no.
That's what it was aiming at.
Crisps them as they drip through. And as she snuffs out the mental link in that last moment, just thinking, fuck you, number one.
I thought it was clever.
It was a good attempt. It was a great attempt. And
Does it vanish?
in a sense, yes. The smoke's still there. You all start falling through smoke. I really need to run to the bathroom, but I can carry on like 30 more minutes. So quick break.
Alright.
Okay.
Who can I catch with one arm?
Very quick break. We'll be right back.
Probably just Sigurd. The rest of you guys are fucked.
We are back. Minor victory. Freedom Star is dead. Demon, you were just stood on something that is now merely smoke, and you are falling. It'll be a little while before you hit the water?
98 meters is what you said?
Correct.
Okay, well then I would only take falling damage from 58 meters. That's still not great.
What's it like
Well-
when you hit water? Is it just regular collision damage, but with
I-
I think you make a check to see if you dive or splat.
Yeah.
Acrobatics? I don't think I have swimming.
I'll take acrobatics to try and land in water, okay?
Belly flop.
Wow.
Belly flop indeed. Holy shit, dude.
You might do a TPK just
Hey,
from
I'm
the
back,
fall.
sorry.
Oh, welcome
Uh,
back. You just missed the demon belly flop into the water.
I guess Sigurd's the one I definitely don't need to catch.
Velocity will be like 46 if you want to put it in the calculator.
46, is that under combat?
Yeah, combat and then tools.
Tools. Falling. Yards fallen.
Oh, yeah, you can do
What
it
did I
in
say it was 56?
there. 90. 96 yards.
56. I reduce falling damage by
Oh.
the super jump.
Gotcha.
1 atmosphere, and what did you say the velocity was?
I calculated the it should calculate velocity for you if you're doing it in the falling.
Oh, yep, okay.
And do not tick hard, because water isn't hard.
Actually, at terminal velocity, it's considered to be as hard as concrete.
Yeah.
GURPS, don't worry about it.
That's that dive check you have to make.
This is cinematic.
5 damage.
Not too bad.
I can handle 5 damage. Yeah,
It's-
okay, I thought that was gonna be way worse.
It stings real bad.
I'll grab
I mean,
Sigurd
still,
out of the
that
air
is
if I
like
can.
5 crushing damage
Your belly
on a
turns
belly
from
flop.
red to pink.
Yeah,
Sigurd,
water belly flops so bad my shade changes to lighter.
you're falling also. Give me a landing water check unless you're getting caught by CD.
Yeah, I think CD was gonna catch me.
Give me a catching
Yeah,
check,
I
CD.
gotcha. What do you want? Dexterities? Please don't tell me strength.
Dexterity, please, yeah. I think it's got to be at -4 because of your one arm situation.
Nope, definitely not.
So you nudge it, you slow it down a bit, you both hit the water.
I'm still flying, thank you. If I hit the water, I'm not coming back up.
Could I
You managed.
try to do something?
Piotr, yeah.
We're falling about the same height, right?
Yeah,
Sigurd and I.
You fall from the same height. You see Elton flying in, missing a grab terribly, and then swooping back up, spraying you both with his blood at his arm socket.
Could I try and grapple Sigurd and kind of like do the? I'm not sure how you call that. Panda hook? Like
Yep.
Piotr's gonna hit the water before Sigurd so that he can take the hit.
Yeah, you're like a protective
Why?
shield.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
that's
For
he
the
likes
love
to be
of God.
heroic.
Because
Nope.
it's gonna be amount of damage that he can take without a problem.
if
He has
And
really
Sigrid
he
high
take
can
an
AR.
amount
swim
of
really
damage
well.
without a problem.
Sigrid's tank. Literally the definition of tank. But okay.
Okay,
Like, I
You-
take
you can-
damage way better than ever. Like, this should be the other way around.
But I
Do it
thought
for
you had
Elton.
problem with the cold water.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'll be good for a little bit.
yeah,
It should be fine. Okay, then I guess.
Like, it's when she starts, like, actually freezing. Like, when she starts getting hypothermic is when we're gonna have a problem.
Okay. Then yeah, never mind.
just both hit the
Which-
water.
Yeah, I think we should actually do the opposite. Like, Sigrid, like, grabs Piotr and, like, puts herself between him and the water.
Like, oh no, Piotr
That's
grabs
gonna-
her, and then she just does like a tumble midair with him, just to be like, no, boom.
Yeah,
I can definitely see them both.
you
trying
have to
save
get
the
us all
other.
to shore.
So we hit the water.
You hit
One.
the water. You're swimming.
I can give you a swimming check for both of us if you want.
Can we just kind of fairly say that it is an amount of damage that will?
Heal or be absorbed by
recovered.
ice armor. Correct.
Yeah.
Swimming from everybody, please. If you've not got it, it's HT straight up because you knew you were about to be hit in the water.
Okay, I'm not drowning at least.
I would like to position myself in such a way that I am actually riding the bear.
Easy.
I can swim, but
You don't need to right
fly.
He's so fluffy.
Does Elton fly close by so Sigrid can spray blood at him?
I don't. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. how you doing, Elton? You took big hit back there. Come here. Open your mouth.
now. How much HP did you lose from your arm, Elton?
I'm out of 15. I have been reduced to 4.
Do you have any like open wounds?
Yes.
My arm exploded.
Oh, okay. Yes. Hold up your arm, and then yes, Sigrid will
Hold up your arm.
spray his arm.
It exploded.
I just look at the stump that is my shoulder.
Oh, it is gone.
It is
Um,
gone.
I
It is.
cannot do anything about that. I can reattach the limb, but I don't
It is
suppose
fine,
you still
mist.
have it. No, okay.
I think you can
Heal the
cauterize it at
stump.
this point.
Yeah, heal the stump.
I'll just. No, I can't burn it with my own thing. I would fucking die. My burning is 66.
No, don't burn. Don't do anything like that. And then yeah, Sigrid will just spray his stump. We can at least get him back to full HP.
Do you have to take the variable enhancement to be able to do less damage with an innate attack? I think there is a.
I can shoot it out of both arms, so I mean.
I think so.
I feel like you could shoot it at that stump right now if you really wanted to.
Technically, I just prefer my arms. I never specified it has to be from my arms.
Yeah, you could
Nice.
fart it out if you wanted.
My joke is
pull it.
my penis is a laser cannon.
Roll HT -1, please. On a ordinary excess, you do not bleed this minute. Well, you are bleeding, bro, but not enough to lose more HP, even though it gushes out of you like holy shit. And then Sigrid
Yeah, no.
squirts her blood into mix. You get the Sigrid Zaid's blood mixed in with you, and it heals over.
Oh, thank God.
You've got an
How
ugly,
everybody else?
very ugly. Like it
Coming to get you.
heals over with the bone poking through the skin.
Ew.
And
You know-
yeah, it's not pretty.
I do know somebody who can do great things with cybernetics, though. I don't know where they are right now.
smash cut, South America. Young children in a, like Bolivian jungly looking place. Lots of them with cybernetic limbs and arms. And Mila explaining very high level quantum mechanics to him. And then them all nodding along and taking notes. Ray in the background with Sonat sipping tea with giant, scary robot hands.
And a mirror.
Oh,
Tanning.
yeah. Sun tan mirror. A few 100 kilos of cocaine next to her. Probably
You gotta
not
pay
that
for
bit.
the cybernetics somehow.
Yeah. It's not cocaine, it's just flour. The wheat farmers. Well,
So Violet's going to attempt to retrieve the people from the ocean and GTFO before the Americans figure out what the hell happened.
give me a search check, please. Anyone. Everyone.
Perception minus what again?
Checking tree lists. Tree lists. Mine goot. Skills. Search. Perception -5. Criminology -5.
Holy shit! Success by 1.
The demon's just trying to keep its head above the water.
Violet, with the penalties for range on the way in, you would fail, but Piotr and Sigrid both spot it. There are some bits of Sigrid left. Bones. You can see
Oh.
Sigrid 2's skull.
Can I grab it?
You can grab it.
Yeah.
Swim over
Can
there.
I grab
You can
all
direct.
of the body or just the skull?
It's only the skull that you can find. It's missing the jawbone. Yeah, you both spot it at the same time, though. Like,
I
Are
think
there-
we determined that Sigrid spawns off the biggest piece.
The bones on the bottom would be able to be recoverable with a swim check?
maybe. Give me a swimming.
You'd want to dive right now before they get it sink any deeper.
Exactly.
My drink?
Again,
Piotr,
Sigurd will let go.
yeah, as you let go, he's already disappearing right underneath you. Pretty much your ride just sinks.
Yeah.
Give me yet another perception, please, Piotr.
I have dark vision, so should be able to see in the darkness of the sea.
Oh,
Sweet.
yes. You can see lots of little bones kind of bobbing around, starting to sink.
I'll
And-
grab them all and bring them all up together.
Yeah, you arrive at the surface with a bunch of Sigrid 2's bones all wrapped up in your big long scarf.
I'll just hand them all carefully to Sigrid.
Bones.
Yeah. Sigurd will take them all.
Bones.
You guys know the worst part about this?
Some
What?
of your arm might be in that pile.
It'll be really hard to open beer bottles from now on.
Are you kidding? Cybernetic arms are great for opening beer.
That's expensive, though.
Like I say, I know a person.
Somebody help him up the cargo net.
So, yeah, you guys noticed that you'd had to be shouting in your heads because it's got really noisy. There's probably wind whipping water out in a ripple. And then suddenly above you appears just an open empty hatch, like there's a room floating in the air above you. Piotr, with your expert vision today, you can make out the shimmering edges of this tiny little shuttle thing.
That's cool. Why
is-
you not tell us about that?
Very high tech.
I did tell you about it. I said that I had shuttles coming in.
Oh.
You guys just kept ignoring me.
Well, there was lots going on. We sorry.
No,
We
totally.
sorry.
No need to apologize. You're right. There's tons going on.
How big is it? What's the size modifier?
It's about the size of a bus, so not super big.
It's like
As
the
I'm vamping as I check.
is it essentially the Avengers ship, Majiggy?
It's pretty much. It's size modifier 5, but effectively 4.
Cool. Yeah. Sleek, hovery thing.
I
Yeah,
think it
well,
should fit both of them, especially if Nick D transforms.
It doesn't handle waves terribly well, so it hovers high enough so it's not getting splashed, and there's a cargo net that's thrown down the back.
Uh-huh.
okay. I guess everybody starts climbing up.
I don't need climbing checks. You can just grip on as it pulls you out of the water. Elton, are you landing on this thing? I mean, I'm pretty sure motion
I
sickness
literally can't.
it doesn't kill you, you know? I'm pretty sure you just roll HT, don't you?
Yeah, minus
He
5
lost an
to.
arm. A miserable flight's probably your least of your concerns right now.
Yeah,
I mean, do you want me to knock you out?
Sedate you like a dog.
give me 1 second. I gotta double check what I'm rolling at here.
Sigurd whips out her shotgun and like starts loading a slug off the bandolier.
Did I close basic set like
All
I
right.
remember?
She
I'm
mounts
at a minus
sleep
2 on
round,
all
right?
Dex, IQ, and skill rolls. Also, I'm probably about to vomit,
Green face.
which combined with the fact that I'm most likely at least a little bit drunk.
I think people step away from you briefly as Sigrid is about to do a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Ooh.
Piotr is panicking.
Are you just go blank, I think. If it's anything like I've seen, you will dissociate, stare into nothingness. You can't hear anything around you. It's just the whistle of
Like-
tinnitus.
One of your friends died, and it's all your fault. You could have saved her, but you didn't. You're a worthless piece of shit.
Exactly.
Kinda stuff.
It's like that's just eating him in his mind, and it's like that, like you said, that little beep from the ringing of your ear, and he's just in the corner of the aircraft. He's not talking to anyone. He's just looking at his paws on the ground.
He gets cut off from the link real quick.
Yeah.
There's
it's-
concern, but that's not something everybody else needs to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when Elton starts to spew, and after hearing everything, Sigurd's gonna go ahead and just. Oh God.
I think there's 2 of them.
You're just staying between the both of them.
Yeah.
Oh god. I should have had more beers.
Back to the rooftop.
So you do pick something up at the last minute. It detects it as a missile incoming, but you only get the warning for a second before it clearly changes path. It is too small to make out on any of the comms or sensors, or like too fast rather, and its radar signature too small for the gun cameras to track it. But you might see it with your eyes. Give me visions, Sigrid and Violet. And Demon? Demon's still awake?
Yeah.
I'm still awake, just at a minus 2. Oh, not to vision check, so I can actually see that perfectly fine if I roll.
You got the telescopic vision as well.
Roll well for once. Damn it! I've never succeeded on a vision check.
Too small to be a nuke.
It's a flag. It's an American flag. I want to call it the Martha Stewart flag. I know that's wrong. It's the one with the circle
Betsy
of stars.
Ross.
Like the very early one.
Yeah.
Betsy Ross.
It's the Betsy Ross flag.
Oh, it's a cape, she says.
But there's nobody. Popular culture or current affairs, metahumans. That's Old Glory. That's the USA's most powerful metahuman. It's Major Victory's former lover, rumored.
And what are they doing?
It's just flapping there right now. It is just a flag. In all media of it, it appears as a flag, but it does speak very occasionally, about as often as Silent Bob does, and it's got a very sexy feminine voice when it speaks. Presumed to be an invisible woman. But also the flag wraps around people and does shit on its own.
Fuck. As we try to get the hell out of there.
Straight
Yeah.
IQ roll, please. Stealth, please. Were it ever revealed? It doesn't
No.
seem
8.
to be spotting you. It's just floating over the water. I don't even need the IQ. You kind of start putting it together. If Minor Victory... Did anyone realize that Minor Victory were Major Victory's child?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
And we all
so.
kind of
Oh no,
assumed-
I'm putting that together.
You now start to
the second
suspect
part.
that maybe Old Glory is the other parent. They weren't even rumoured to be on Nirvana. If they'd have set off about an hour ago, they'd have probably arrived about now from the USA. Doing all
Makes
this
sense.
maths quick in your head.
So, if she learned that Minor Victor, that Freedom Star, dead, she gonna be extra angry.
Possibly.
Hopefully she finds out the real story and not the American version.
Maybe we should tell her real story.
She's gonna kill us if she sees us.
Most likely. But I cannot speak in character. I'm saying that out loud.
Snotbull.
I have no interest in dying after surviving that.
I think we should about call it.
You know what, Luke?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. I hand the Sigurd remains to Violet, and I jump out.
Cool.
Damn it, Sigrid, what are you doing?
Do you make any attempt to
Fucking
land in the
Christ.
water gracefully?
Sure.
Am I still on the job?
Yeah, you
You
make a
got hit
decent
with-
landing.
You got hit with a sleepy time around there, Elton. You didn't roll your HT for it.
Oh, did I? I didn't hear that bit.
Yeah, Sigrid went to
Okay, I'll
blast
roll
you.
the
You could
HT then.
have dodged it though as well.
I'm at a pretty heavy penalty to dodge right now. All things considered, I'll just roll my HT versus it. What's the thing I need to roll?
I think it's -5.
I guess so. Just roll it.
HT -5.
Or night nights.
I'm asleep.
Sleepy boy. Sigrid jumps out, makes a big splash. By the time you swim back up to the surface, give me swimming, please, Sigrid. You arrive at the surface, you know, it takes a minute, because you sunk deep after your big dive. Take a big deep breath, shake the salt water out your eyes, and when you open them, there is a flag whipping in the wind in front of you, just hovering above the water. You can make out maybe a couple of ripples underneath it, where maybe toes are dipping into the water, but you can't be sure.
Yeah, Sigurd will look up at the flag and just say, "We need to talk."
You feel like a hand on your shoulder,
Okay.
Give me your hand then.
I give it to her.
You feel like a strong force, a hand wrapped around, your arm, pulling you up out of the water. And you start flying southeast towards South Fairy Island. Pretty quickly after a gentle acceleration. Waits till the wind stops whipping to land, to speak. Landing on the beach. My daughter's dead. No?
She is.
Why?
She was fighting the kaiju. The one the Americans sent. They pulled her and another Sigrid from a parallel dimension. And that kaiju was going to attack the island to take her out. This is the doing of the Americans. The Americans have killed your daughter.
You can definitely see bare footprints in the sand in front of the cape. The flag. That flag looks like it might be 300 years old.
Okay. Sigurd's like guesstimating about where the eyes might be. Like trying to be all stoic.
Was she happy?
She was having the time of her life.
Was she free?
Very much so. Freer than she'd ever been. I was becoming quite fond of her before this fight. I would have liked to have called her friend.
I grow tired of this world, of these endless wars.
As do I.
I'm leaving. I wish you well. Good luck.
Sigurd will like nod her head and be like, I hope Valhalla or heaven find you to your liking.
Same to you. And then there's like a crack, and the whip is disappearing, and the flag is disappearing into the distance. But there is something left behind on the floor.
Pick it up.
It's like a tiny USB stick, but it's got a button underneath a safety cover. Looks like some kind of just GPS signaler or something like that.
Okay. Well, Sigurd, let me check my disadvantages real quick. No, I did not wind up taking Curious. Sigurd's just gonna pocket it until she knows what the hell it is. And then looks around at the beach and the island that she's on.
Still
Shit.
mentally linked, I'm guessing.
Unless she
Are we with-
tried to disconnect it.
No, she absolutely would not have.
Violet doesn't say anything.
There's a noise from so this beach is kind of up against a cliff, but at the top of the cliff there is lush jungle. And Sigrid, you hear like bushes rustling up there.
Look up there.
Cheese Girl emerges and says, "What the fuck are you doing down here? You called a meeting
What
an
the
hour ago.
fuck are you doing up there?
We're at the fucking meeting spot that you called an hour ago. What's the plan? Did you just call us up here to watch that fucking nuke and this fight out here? You ready to tell us what's happening?"
I'm ready to tell you everything. I think it's time to make our move.
"Let her to Jesus," she says. "Well, fucking hurry up, everyone's here." And then you hear a familiar Mexican accent. "Joe. Who is that? Is Sigrid finally here?"
Joe, it's so good to see you again.
"Dios mío. Mi amigo. Mi amiga." Anyone want a final scene? I'm guessing the shuttle will land somewhere relatively safe. I mean, it's stealthed. It's got like Nibbler stealth technology.
I mean, so long as they're distracted by other more important things, it's pretty hard to find.
Evacuation order is still in effect for the island at this moment. So pretty much...
Party!
Yeah. Party time.
Oh, actually, all joking aside, if there was anything we wanted to loot, now might be the time.
There
I mean,
is. Sorry, go ahead.
no, please.
There is one thing Piotr has been trying to get from the surface. Um, his friend, or at least I made out that his friend had a bike shop, but like not only bikes, everything repairs. So there might be materials, there might be tools, there might be vehicles we could use.
Like a motorbike shop.
Yes, he was one of those Santa-looking guys. Well, he was a goat, a ram, but imagine him crossed with like one of those big biker, Santa-looking guys, round and beardy, and he basically could fix anything.
And he's been suspected to have been taken by the US.
No, no, no. He helped them evacuate with everybody. If you allow that to happen, unless they were captured, then Piotr would be 100% trying to get them back. But like, he would like to go to the surface just to see how the shop is doing and maybe see what he could save from there to bring it to the base and see whatever use they can get.
So you're thinking looting the bike shop to see if you can get stuff for your friend?
If it hasn't been looted already, at least to get whatever sentimental value you think he could get.
Sounds like you might go looting.
I mean, you guys make a good point. If the Americans are pulling out, I mean, I suspect they're all going to be busy trying to take over, but this is the time for looting also. Do you guys have a plan for that? She looks over at Sigrid.
Sigrid's not present,
Oh, fair.
but you can gesture in a mental link.
We'll do so. Where is Sigrid?
Sigurd's
thought-
on the island.
Yeah, I
South Ferry
that's-
Island, about to attend the meeting that she called this morning when the alarm went off.
Is this a meeting that we are not supposed to attend?
No, you could well attend it. In fact, it
Yeah.
might make sense for you to bring
Yeah,
the shuttle over here.
Sorry, I assumed that's where the shuttle went.
That makes a
Should have
lot of
specified.
sense. Yeah, looting gets saved for later. I think call it here, right before this council meeting, where Terra's next
Okay.
character is likely going to be.
100%. I already know how she's in this world.
Awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Anyone? Final scene? Nope.
Elton might be retiring here.
Whatever. You still have 75% of your limbs.
You lost an
And-
arm. Get over it.
It's a great character, and we have cybernetic arms.
Yeah,
I mean,
cybernetic
replacing
arms
your
are
arm is something
dinosaurs.
we can do pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
This is not much of an issue.
Can
Like,
I have a
it-
scene?
Absolutely.
So, there's a little this like cabin up in the mountains, and you'll see
What kind of
Major
mountains?
Victory,
American?
Colorado mountains, the Rocky Mountains, and you'll see Major Victory landing in like a by a lake where there's a cabin, and a little girl runs out excitedly, like saying, screaming, "Daddy!" excited, and like running over to him and then picking her up and like tossing her way in the air and catching her, and then a flag floating on the porch nearby, watching them. That's it.
Hmm. Yep. Very good. We had Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I played the scumbag entertainment lawyer Nick, and mostly tonight the horrifying demon that he turns into.
We had CD.
Hey, I'm CD. I played Elton. I lost an arm. I got 100,000 K though, so.
That's a lot of
Is that the
dollar.
going rate?
I thought
I'm
you
not
said.
sure if that's break even or not.
Yeah, you said a lot of things about that money a few times. I'm not sure which one we're going with.
I think he still has it, and that's how he's gonna buy his freaking arm.
We had Everoth.
Hello, I was Sephiroth, and I was playing Piotr, who spent most of the time trying to freeze big stuff today.
You did a great job, really, because if those boats had evacuated, the next step would have been a 10 kiloton nuclear warhead rather than a 0.11. Because the people underground will be fine, and we don't need those above ground buildings that much. We can rebuild them. It's only one layer. Nirvana's an onion. And yeah, that would have caused quite the ecological disaster.
The fairies would have been unhappy.
Very unhappy. Not to say that
Yeah.
quite the ecological disaster has not already been caused. We had James.
Hey, I am James. I played Sigrid. One Sigrid died this evening, and then another one was just really glad that somebody was down to talk.
We had Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I played Violet, Spy Handler, and James Cameron, Captain Extraordinaire.
James
Or
Cameron.
I guess motorcycle driver extraordinaire.
James Cameron's the real reason they didn't drop a 10 kiloton nuclear warhead. Yeah. They would have still done it if they'd not had James Cameron screaming in their ears.
It would have been bad press.
Just to shut him up, yeah. He promised he'd already sent out a bunch of messages on his satellite phones. And we had Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara, and I played Freedom Star, now Crispy Ash and
Crispy
Yeah,
Fried Freedom Star, I'm sorry.
Crispy Fried Freedom Star. No, that's what you get for playing a Risk character. It was perfect. I fully, ever since you stopped pulling punches in this universe, I fully expected her to go out in a blaze of glory, but I didn't expect it to be literally
Crisped
blaze
in
of
the
glory.
beam, yeah. Amazing. Thanks very much for watching with the Kobold Cafe. You can find us just about everywhere at Kobold Cafe, thekoboldcafe.com. We'll be back next week with more of this, I'm sure. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.